Happy Wednesday. Feliz Matole. Clicked the wrong button on accident. What did I? No, no, no. Peace and blessings, but happy Wednesday. Got this little cotton show time really quick. I'm all about good vibes and energy. That doesn't mean that, that's what my life would be like. One thing about me is what I be about is simple. It's easy to see, right? It's easy to understand. And with that being said, motherfuckers think because I want to promote uh, good good energy and stuff like that, that, it's cool to try me or whatnot. I advocate for mental health awareness because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. You don't use your mind, you lose your mind. Fuck around and find out what it's like to not be conscious of the thoughts you entertain. One thing about me, like I live my life, right? I don't really care what people think about me. But the thing about that is, if you ever think it's a good idea to play with me or play disrespect me, you're gonna realize that you need to think about those thoughts, and that ain't the right idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fuck around, find out what disrespect, what comes with this shit, right? I've had a problem with my mom and just people in general. Like, if you don't talk to your kids, somebody else will. Everybody ain't as patient with people as you may be. Everybody ain't as kind or whatnot, right? Everybody tolerates certain things. With that being said, I'm a type of person like I tolerate certain things, but disrespect, nah. You fuck with me, fuck with me. If not, then don't. Love or hate me, it don't break me. It don't really make me no different. But one thing you will do is respect me because I don't run around disrespecting people, right? And I don't care about falling out with people. Like shit, it is what it is. One thing I won't stand for is a motherfucker playing with my intelligence or a motherfucker playing with me like it's a game. Because when you play those stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And it's just what it is, right? Like I speak with purpose, I move with passion, and I got a clear sense of direction where I'm going with my life. Despite disturbances, despite distractions, I'm on a mission. Whether you like it or not, whether you roll with me or not, I'm going to my destination alone or with supporters. And it's just what it is. Been taking time to adjust the way that I'm living, the stuff that I'm going through, life in the hotel. Kind of like where I lay my head is my home, here and there, everywhere. It's been like that for a few years. Um, just finding myself, different places, with different people, different things I got going on. It's just life. It unfolds, and it's been unfolding this way. The one thing about my life and me personally, like I'm a people's person. I love dealing with people. I love learning from people. I love to teach people things. But one thing I do not like about people is people who don't work on themselves and they want to energy drain you, right? They like you, but they don't. They like your resources. They don't like you. They might like your energy, but they don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I deal with shit like that because my energy and my presence. I'm so authentic. People want a part of me, but they don't want a part of me, right? So I deal with a lot of jealousy and envy. People thinking that because you don't like me, you would have come around me type shit and rub off my resources. I'm a giving person. That's my hands are always open. God gives to me and I give to his people. That's how blessings work, right? The more that he gives to you, the more that you're able to help others. Like when I get stuck, I'm good. I'm able to share. I'm a resource for God. That's why God always putting things in my path for me to share with others. Of course, I utilize my resources and the things that I have, but it's always more than enough. I haven't been reading my daily book of inspiration, Keep It Corona, because I've been just dealing with demonic activities and people, places. That's a really nice name, Keep It Corona. Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, I'm living in a hotel right now. We had a flood in our bathroom at the house, and they doing some work. Really, they ain't working. We just here. They haven't even really started on getting things together. It is what it is, though, right? Like shit, you try to deal with people, and like, but don't let people play with you, though, for real. Because once you open that door for the nonsense, it's hard to close it. And when you set boundaries and people don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. And it's just what it is, right? Like I live and I die for my respect. Everything else in the world don't really matter, but how I'm being treated and how I feel about how I interact and engage with people. Because I'm nice, I'm not a pushover. I will fuck you up, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell you once, like, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that. And if you don't care or whatever, you don't have to fuck with me. You don't have to deal with me, right? I came in this world on my own, and more than likely I may leave that way. Like I'm not gonna die hand in hand with a motherfucker. I'm not hand in hand with people right now. And then the ones that do come around, they just want to use me and cycle my energy, or they be jealous and they just want to see how I do things. One thing about me and how shit works for me is it's nothing that about me at all. It's nothing about anything that I can do. No accolades, no skills, no talent. It's all God with me. God moves before me, and I move afterwards. So that's why things seem to work out so seamlessly for me because I'm trusting in God to do things that I feel that's necessary for my life. I'm not going to have everything that I want, but I always have exactly what I need. I'm never out here lacking anything. And just because I don't expose my hands doesn't mean I don't have anything. It doesn't mean I'm broke. It doesn't mean I'm happy. It doesn't mean I need to compete with you motherfuckers. It just means that I'm content and I'm satisfied with who I am and where I am in life. That situations change from time to time, but overall, I'm pursuing my happiness, and this is what it looks like. If it means I gotta leave the world from time to time so that I could process the thoughts that I'm thinking, the feelings that I'm feeling, that's just what I do, you know. Some stuff in life bothers me a lot, and I don't need time to think about my next move and how to move forward, right? Because I had to process emotional trauma. I had to process people that play funny with me, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Like I'm not always gonna be the nicest person, but I don't care what people think about me. As long as you respect me, we cool. You know, we could coexist together in the world. I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I'm not the slickest or nothing. I'm just one who would die for his respect. I'm not one to play with people. I'm not a silly type of guy, right? I'm no comedian, no stand up. I have a sense of humor, yeah, but shit, that's just that. Like, don't come thinking shit funny with me or playing with me because you gonna fuck around and find out, like, hey, that was the wrong thing to think about. That's why you need to guard your thoughts. A lot of people die so soon, way before their times, because they just entertain any type of thoughts, and it puts them in position to be took up out of here. You ever heard of a death trap or the kiss of death? You know, these two things say this one thing. Awareness is key to being alive. You're not aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of your influence on people. You're not aware of how you're influenced by people, places, and things. You could really be in danger, you know. What they say, the limelight is pretty, but the grass ain't always greener on the other side. You spend your life comparing yourself to other people, you'll never be satisfied. Fulfillment comes from within first. You gotta learn how to love on yourself. No matter what you get in life, no matter where you go in life, if you're not loving on yourself and you're not fulfilled within, you'll never be satisfied with anyone or anything in life. Nobody can make you happy. You can share happiness with people. Nobody can put you in a position in life to where you will be sustained. You have to learn. You have to go on your journey. That's why I like Nipsey Hussle so much because once you start your journey, that marathon continues. It's only the quitter who doesn't receive their blessing. It says in the Bible, the race is for those who endure to the end, the strong finish, right? It's about a strong finish. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil. That means I'm going to keep pressing forward on my path, no matter what snakes are this way, no matter what haters are that way, no matter what distractions or disturbances may sit before me, I'm going to keep moving forward. And that's because I move with the power of Christ. I fear nothing. You shouldn't live in fear. That's not a child of light, right? If I'm out here afraid of everything, I have no power. And I believe that God has no power. If God has conquered this world, and I believe in Him, and I was made in His image, and He is a part of me, I'm a part of Him, how can I not move with the same power? How can I not be more than a conqueror, right? And I face a lot of demonic activity because people do not like that I'm a child of God and I try to live that way. And from time to time, you know, you pull the darker side of me because I am both light and dark. But as much as depend on me, I like to be light, you know. But if you want to see the darkness, you will. Don't fuck around and find out thinking that playing with me is a good idea because, hey, no mercy. Whenever you allow a spirit to use you to play with me, you're going to meet the power of God. You're going to really regret that shit right away because I'm a peaceful guy. I'm love and light. But whenever you don't want love and light, you won't get that. I like to engage with people fairly, an even exchange. Right? I don't like to pour myself in dead situations or people. Motherfuckers who ain't reciprocating that energy, reciprocating that love, the trust. We make sacrifices throughout the day. That's just what it is. Some big, some small, but nevertheless, they are impactful in life. And it's just what it is, right? You're going to go through some things in life. You're going to be having moments of uncertainty. You're feeling like you're just in a sea of uncertainty. You don't know where to go, how to get there. You're drowning in doubt, debt, and fear. These are all low vibrations. Whenever these thoughts come to manipulate my emotions or how I feel about life, may I have a setback or a failed moment at something I was trying to achieve, I just sit in that, wonder what could I have done different, and keep it moving because just because you're losing like that doesn't mean you're a loser overall. And the thing about that is, whenever you try something, somebody is going to always be better than you. So you're just going to have to learn how to deal with the losses and with the wins and shuffle out your experiences through the journey, the process of becoming better. Doing digital marketing, I didn't know not nothing, just how to post a video because I've been creating content. And when I learned the strategy, the blueprint on how to get this situated, I thought it's pretty easy. I could do it. I don't need to be coached. And 6 months later, I come to realize I found out that I'm not coachable. I don't know how to be coachable. So I had to take some time to learn that, which is okay. What you don't know, you don't know. I wasn't sitting around beating myself up because I don't know how to learn from people because I'm very intelligent, articulate. I know how to figure shit out. And I do that a lot. But some things are quite challenging, so you need a little help. You need mentorship. And I don't really go to the meetings as much as I used to, but one thing I learned from my mentor about success, the one self-made millionaire, Michelle O'Neill, she taught that, and I believe this with my whole heart, that success is 90% mindset and 10% skill. And that's a lot. Mindset is majority of success because to succeed, you're going to fail. And once you fail, if you give up, you'll never know how to be successful in whatever industry you choose to get into, no matter what in life, right? I see people hop in making viral videos. I haven't done that yet, but I don't feel like a failure. I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. This is my journey. This is how I'm building my situation. And I've seen a lot of people who like come, they'll fuck with me on the digital marketing side. Some people who do, some who want to get into it. But the thing about them, like I just told y'all, like people, they love my energy, they love what I do, but they don't love to fucking grow with me. They want to use my situation and take it their own again, be in slight competition. Then they come to me like, hey, let me tell you my dreams. Really, they just reiterating what my dreams is and what my vision is and where I'm headed to. And I be listening and looking like, what? Like you basically got my dream. If you want to get there with me, let's go. If I inspire you that much, let's collab, let's work together. But in spite of, people be like, oh, leave me on hold, abandon me. Then when they get to the point where they think I was at, they don't sure how to move forward, they start reaching out. I've seen a lot of people who I was inspired by doing digital marketing. They're not doing it anymore. Not to talk about anybody or put anybody down, but as I realize and they realize, like, yeah, it takes effort. It's no copy paste type situation where you could copy someone's success and that be you. You have to put yourself into your craft. When it comes to content creating and marketing, people go to people that they know, like, and can relate to, right? You got to be relatable to people. If you're trying to be somebody else and relating to the crowd that you want, it's not going to work. And the thing about that is, a lot of people so robotic nowadays. They don't want to learn anything. They use automations for everything, which isn't a bad thing. But my point is, social media, chat GBT, it takes the soul out of a person. When you don't do anything yourself and you rely on technology to help you learn or teach you or basically to put you in situations in life, you have to put yourself into it at the end of the day. You have to put more into it so people can feel you and know where you're coming from. You can be known, people know your story. About me, I'm a private personal consultant, advocate for mental health awareness. Team Angie was created out of, I would say, like desperation a little bit as far as having a way to make money on my own. I'm a three-time felon. So jobs don't come as easy, but nevertheless, I don't sit around not having anything. I don't be begging motherfuckers for nothing. I do ask for help, but I don't get it as much. Cause I don't care, right? Shit gonna work out regardless. Ain't nothing no man or woman can do to stop me from getting what God got for me. So I don't really be tripping, but I do take note and know like what motherfuckers is not going to be enjoying the sunshine with me because they're not around when it rains. People love when it rains on you, dog. And you funny as fuck. People love to form opinions about me, all type of shit. But I don't really give a fuck, you know. I'm happy with my life. People just be projecting what they wish that my situation was like and they wish who I am. Like, but to get to know me is to know me, right? Don't fuck with me to fuck with me. Like Drake said, like, and what he mean by that is like, you only fuck with me to fuck with me, right? To really get on my nerves or to rub with me. Like, don't do that type of shit, dog. Fuck with me to fuck with me because you want to see me happy and well, right? And that's really what he's saying. I say that to say this, like, be authentic with me, dog. You don't have to like me. You don't have to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna make me feel no type of way. Shit, people come and go, right? I done lost a lot of good people. But at the end of the day, they showed me like shit, them want my people. A lot of motherfuckers then ran off on my energy, ran off on my ideas, put me down, break me, you know what I'm saying, tear me up. But I'm still here, man. Still here. I don't care who else wanna tear me apart. You can try your best, right? Same way y'all did Jesus. But guess what? It's gonna rise again and keep on rising. I have an undying spirit. My soul is everlasting. This flesh and bone that y'all want to destroy, you can have it. But my energy I put into this world is never gonna die. Motherfuckers gonna know me and every single thing that I've been doing. My artwork, people want to set on the straight path. Motherfuckers I had to teach hard lessons because they didn't know who they was fucking dealing with. All that type of shit. And you just gonna be like, damn, I feel it, even though he not here and around. Like Martin Luther King, I had a dream speech. Motherfuckers feel that shit. You hear it on the radio, you see it on YouTube or whatnot. Malcolm X, Gandhi. You know what I'm saying? You got people like that, like they've been gone for a while, but their name is still relevant. Their name is still reaching to people, changing people's lives in positive ways. You know what I'm saying? Like their spirit is still roaming this earth. And you can say like it was a little bit in Charlie Kirk. I didn't know the dude like that, but the things he was doing, he basically had a little bit of Malcolm X in him, Martin Luther King. You know, he was like an activist. Something that I have done before, and I know what it's like to be advocating for certain things for certain people, right? Like for me, I started off with trying to get jobs in the state of Wisconsin. I'm not from Wisconsin, but I was doing this for myself and my community. And just being around people in the streets, you see what's going on in this town, right? You out here every day. You know what that city needs. You know what the community wants. So I was speaking up for them for that. It was called Wisconsin Jobs Now. I was doing this back in 2011, 2010, before my sister passed. And I had to experience that a long time ago. Like a lot of stuff I've done. I don't sit here and just think about some shit to talk about. I'm telling you my life experience. I've done a lot of jobs. I've done the judge. I've been a judge for the ballot, the poll ballot. So I worked the elections before. I worked it a few times actually. It wasn't paying much, but it was a nice experience. What I'm doing right now is I'm working a job. There's a few different things that I'm getting paid for in this moment alone. So one is digital marketing. I just showed y'all the like games I be playing to make money. I do a few different things, right, on a few different platforms. So I have four streams of income. This digital marketing is one. My digital products is two. That's something totally different. My art is what I'm talking about. Um, and everything on my link in YouTube. If you want to check out what I created, what I have, just go down the list. And everything that I do have and created is a way for you to make money as well. Master resale, right? On all of my art that I created. Um, the e-courses to teach you how to start and launch your own online business in 7 days. It's called the Legacy Builders Program. Earn while you learn, pay as you go programs. I have four different programs that come with that. But the Legacy Builder, if you buy that, you can get on the payment plan and then you'll have three other streams of income. So check that out at teamandrellc.com. But anyway, I'm gonna read from my book and then I'm gonna let it go. I just was thinking about some stuff like motherfuckers love playing with me, Joe, and like you know what I'm saying, like they hurting me type shit. Like I don't get why people come around me if you don't like me. You want to get high, drunk, or you want to wait till you say how you feel when you off some shit. Like I'm gonna excuse that. Nah, I don't give a fuck if you high, drunk, or whatever. If you ever think that it's the right time to start playing with me, I'm gonna make sure you know that you need to think twice about that because I ain't for that shit, dog. Like I don't have the time to be playing with motherfuckers. I don't care who you is. If you're not using your mind correctly, you'll lose that motherfucker. Thinking that it's some it's some okay to be playing with me, you know what I'm saying, or disrespecting me and shit like that. Like I ain't one of them ones, dog. And if you ever feel the need to try me, you gonna recognize like you wasting your fucking time. You will be regretting that shit, and that's a fact. I'm not tough at all, but like I ain't the type of person to be playing that type of shit. Like, watch who the fuck you talking to. Watch what you saying to me, especially if I'm a motherfucker you begging for shit or I'm doing for you. Because I could be selfish as everybody else and be like an only child, worry about my motherfucker stuff. Get out here getting it how I want to, and it is what it is, right? Like shit, there's a lot of people in this world don't give a fuck. They doing their shit and they just fuck. I used to be that type of nigga at one point. Like shit, fuck the world, Joe. This shit, it's gonna give me what I want and that's that before I leave this motherfucker. But it's the point of view how you see the world. Like I'm not even that type of person no more. Like shit, I can be, but I'm gonna move forward. You go to higher levels in life and you go through different shit and you trying to move and elevate as a person. When you get comfortable in life, you can't grow. You be the same motherfucker day in, day out, year in, year out. And you wonder why things around you are constantly changing, people are changing, because motherfuckers is growing. You ever had a seed, you gonna realize that this seed is transformable. It's go through transitional stages, just like you see a caterpillar. You know that this is a final form. It's going to transition at some point in time, and that's the way that people need to look at people. Like we are transitioning from time to time. If they're moving towards their higher self. If someone is not moving, they're not working on themselves. They want to be that caterpillar that's going to sit in the yard and never hang up on a tree, right? You never made it to the tree. You never made it to your destination of transformation. Every step along the way, you felt like you just couldn't do it, so you didn't move. One thing I learned about being stagnant, being negative, being positive, or not being indecisive in between. Life is for sure. You're going to either choose or you're not. And the thing about not choosing is this: when you don't choose, the universe chooses for you, right? And what I mean is this: whether you think negative, whether you talk negative, or whether you just feel negative, they all manifest a reality. So I'm gonna tell you one thing and how you can know for sure. If you don't trust my words, of course you shouldn't, right? But here's an experiment you could do at home. It doesn't cost much if you don't have the material supplies, but all you need is 3 jars, one bag of rice. And this is called a rice experiment. This is how powerful thoughts is, how powerful words is, and how powerful emotions is when you feel a certain way and not even speak or think about it, right? So what this experiment is this. You get 3 jars, and this is the power of neglect, the power of love, the power of negativity, right? With these 3 jars, you put negative, you put positive, and you put the other one blank, you neglect it. Or you can put love, hate, whatever, right? As long as it's something high vibrational and it's something lower vibrational, meaning hate or negative. life, love, or happy, whatever, right? So you put those two on the two that supposed to say something rather negative and positive. And then on the third, you don't put anything, you leave it blank. Okay, so let me move forward. With the rice, once you pour the rice into the bowl, the jar, you're gonna be like, okay, this is full of love, this is full of hate, and say anything, you fill them up. And over time, you will start to notice like the jar that has some love thoughts, love speaking, the love feelings, it doesn't rot. You can eat that jar a month later, and the food is still good to eat. Now, the jar that says hate, negative, and all of the lower vibrational things on it, it molds really fast. It molds within a couple of days. And depending on how much hate you put into it, it'll be fully rotten within a week, probably a little sooner, probably a little later. Now, those are two things about being positive and negative, right? Now, what about if you don't care to be positive and negative? That jar is still mold, just not as fast as being negative, and it doesn't last as long as being positive. So when you don't self care, you neglect self care, you're still being rotten inside, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When you speak love, life into yourself, you're preserving your life. You're preserving your everything. But when you engage in negativity, you're a negative person. You're rotting your core. And the only way to clean yourself up is to detox. And you have to take a while until everything's out of you, right? Until you dry it up and have nothing else. And you start filling yourself back up with the positivity. And it's just like this. If we are a majority of water beings, how can that water not affect our insides and our cores, right? Just like our words, our thoughts, our emotions, how can they not affect our insides? If we just use it, that jar experiment, like, you pour what's inside of you into that jar. You poured love, you spoke love, you thought love, and it lasted. You thought hate, you thought negative, and it started rising. Not only that jar, but from you as well. You neglect it, you start riding too, but not as quick as the negative ones do. But nevertheless, you're still riding away. I played a video about that. I'll go check it out. Or you could just type rice experiment and see what I'm talking about. I just learned about this. Like I learned about stuff like this because I know the power of words. Words. There is life and death in words, and they're powerful. You speak death on somebody, guess what? They could be unalive. You speak life to somebody, you could bring a life into this world. Make love, use a weapon, whatever, right? You know what's going on in the world. I don't have to really go into details about that, but you gotta protect your peace, man. Shit gonna go wrong. That's just life. This world is a negative place to be in. So, like I say, some people choose positivity, like myself, but just because the people that choose it don't mean that y'all need to go around and disturbing their peace. Because not everybody gonna let you play with them like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole message for today. Like, man, you see a motherfucker working on themselves, you don't have to like them. Leave them the fuck alone. You jealous, you envy, or whatever the fuck your problem is, go do some internal work, right? So you fuck around and find out how entertaining the wrong thoughts to be the wrong thing.
Personal journey overcoming anxiety. Anxiety weighing heavy, lighten the load with our support. This course set me on the path to success. Don't wait. Begin your journey today. Comment ready.
Comment ready. That's what type of digital art I make. But yeah, let's take this video out though real quick because there's something strange going on in Hollywood. It's just in the streets, period. For y'all who's singles out there, this is for y'all to appreciate not being in a lot of situations. Especially y'all, them hookups, the hookup people, y'all better be careful, man. Motherfuckers sharing packages. Motherfuckers out here don't even take care of it. You can see the cleanest person outside, but when you don't know what type of spirit they inhabit, what type of thoughts they entertain, they could be just as rotten as that bowl I was telling you about. You know what I'm saying? And if they neglect those things, they're a little bit. the same as being negative. You don't know how rotten a person is inside until you start spending time with them, and then that shit start rubbing off on you. And now all of a sudden your life is in shambles, and it's not as uh, smooth sailing as it was, right? This what type of situation you'll be in when you start moving forward towards Christ. But yeah, let me read this really quick. I'm about to skip past it. Then we're gonna get into the. Today is March 11th. I mean, yeah, this month going by fast. This year already picking up. Walk by faith, not by sight. As you step, as you take steps of faith, depending on me, I will show you how much I can do for you. If you live your life too safely, you will never know the thrill of seeing me work through you. I haven't read it in a minute, so I'm gonna read it now. When I gave you my spirit, I empower you to live beyond your natural abilities and strength. That is why it is so wrong to measure your energy level against the challenges ahead of you. The issue is not your strength, but mine, which is limitless. By walking close to me, you can accomplish my purpose and my strength. This word was inspired by the book of Second Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7. And last but not least, it was inspired by the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 25. So yeah, that's it. The word for today. I did this all year last year, so I got a lot of motivational words for the day. If y'all want to check out some, you can check out my live, not the video. But yeah, despite of right.
Bitch, I'm scared of AIDS. I'm scared of AIDS.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
We've got announcement. He wants you to know that he is scared of AIDS. Let's keep listening.
You might not care, but I do. I'm not just behind anything. I ain't. I don't give a. I'm scared of AIDS.
Plaza's hella funny, but he's also being dead serious. You can tell.
Every 60 days, you got a new. I no.
All right, this is my last little thing. Do he look like Kurt Franklin to y'all? Do y'all think he the double of Kurt Franklin? I never seen them two in person or at the same time.
He got 4, 5 kids from 4, 5 different behind him.
Yeah.
Nasty. You might not care, but I do.
You know why this is so? Some of you may already know what I'm going to say here. I've said it many times, many times. This is so interesting to me because you and I, throughout our whole lives, growing up, seeing how celebrities move out here, you know there's some dark secrets in some of these celebrities' closets. Now, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't have to know. I just have to know.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Do have secrets. And I personally believe STDs of the worst type are running rampant through Hollywood.
And this, I mean, because a lot of people be like, whatever, right? And they be like, oh, you talk about positive shit, mental health, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, if you don't think about certain things that you think about, you fuck around being one of these people telling a story of what not to do and how you caught this from not being aware of the thoughts that you entertain and not caring for yourself. Like I said, a lot of people don't care about themselves. They ain't gonna get no fuck. They catch something that's good to you. They won't tell you their status. A lot of people don't know their status. They don't get checked out. And it is what it is. Like, it's a dangerous game. I just think the video I might play it, but this dude, right? I don't have a problem with the gay folks. It's just what it is. I ain't gonna play with the LBC and all, whatever, right? You gay, you gay. The trans, you trans. It's all the same shit to me. No disrespect to that community. Why I brought it up was because this guy, he chose to be a little curious and he caught something from another guy. Usually those guys be the ones passing it around, the ones on the DL, the ones who just out there. But anyway, right? It's like you don't care about protecting your morale. You have morals. There's a reason why you haven't done anything like that, right? You're thinking like the world. To be holy is to be set apart. To be set apart is to have a different mindset. When the world telling you some shit cool, that should be a red flag to tell you that this is not okay. Whatever the world is okay with, it's totally opposite of what the spirit is trying to do. Some of y'all spirits is so weak and your flesh is so strong, you can't deny your flesh the things that's going to kill you and get spiritually lost. And the spirit world coexists with the physical. A lot of things happen before up there, they be here, and sometimes vice versa. But nevertheless, you can't live a life without spirituality, meaning having some type of inside voice that you can hear that can help guide you and deter you from these traps that the enemy has set. All day, every day, you see sex on TV. It's pushed out there, right? It's provocative. It's entertainment. It's inciting. It's a lot of different things. But what they don't tell you about it all is it's a sacred thing. Actually, it's meant for reproduction. Actually, for married folks. Actually, it's meant for fulfilling the world, being fruitful, not being lustful, and not being in a sacred union when you do so. When the child is made in love, that child goes out and he or she, they go be something in the world that if people don't like and they don't want to take out because this person was made in love and they just showing the world what love is like, right? Just like Jesus, just like Selena Gomez. I mean, not Selena Gomez, but Selena, the singer that got killed. A lot of different people too, right? I'm not finna pick and choose who, but you could tell, like, when they made out of love, these people go through things like everybody else, like my sister Angela. She was a loving person. Oh my God, she was Queen Angela's about. Everybody loved my sister. She was way ahead of her time. Now, it's just like that. Like, people they have situations where they create good situations. And that doesn't mean that they will continue to do so. That's why you have to continuously guard their mind. The battle is of the mind. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. People are out here lost on drugs. They're lost on pity and doubt. They're lost in the past. Can't transition to who they need to be currently to have a future. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of bots in the world. A lot of people who don't even have any feelings, who don't have any pure thoughts, who don't even care about what you think about it. They just drifting. The devil can use you easily because you're just drifting on by. Just like the horse with the carrot in front. I'll put something that's entertaining to you, and there you go, drifting in the direction I send you to. Until you lead off a cliff or until you lead into somebody else's business or to whatever the fuck I decided, lead you to because you're a drifter. You don't have no definite thoughts. You don't have no definite purpose. You're drifting on by on whatever comes on by and that's your next little thing. And I'm not, it's a real thing. If you don't know what you're doing the next moment, the next day, you're a drifter. You don't have any definite purpose in life or what you're going to do, right? And that's all right. Sometimes you got to figure out how to figure out things. You need to figure out what's your next step. But a lot of people ain't gonna take that time to do so. And that's what I mean by, like, the energy drainers and people not making situations out of love and not thinking for themselves. You really got to be mindful of those because those are the people who give you AIDS, pretty as can be, just dead inside, not working on themselves, don't care about themselves, and they definitely don't care about you to pass on and pack. And if you don't have God in your life, it's hard to have discernment because the world is so loud, it's so bright. They always pushing your attention this way and that way. They want you to buy this and do that, right? You see the ads, the commercials, like you can't escape the shit. All day, every day, somebody wants your attention. They're fighting for your attention. They want to sell you something. They want to influence you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much. It's a lot, honestly, actually. And with that being said, a lot of people don't take a moment to realize, like, hey, just because. This is advertising to me. That's not what I need. That's not what I want. That's not what I want to be distracted by. You know what I'm saying? Like social media, you could doom scroll all day long. But if you're not saving certain videos that's helping your mental, it's not helping your physical, like my Team Angie subscription page. You go on there, you're going to scroll all day long. But what you're going to do is you're going to have so much information on how to cook, the different recipes you'll see, how to draw a picture if you are not an artist or artistic at all. You will learn how to draw by the time you're done watching my subscription page. You're going to definitely know how to do a do-it-yourself project by the end of it because there's so many. You're going to have a good laugh because I have a lot of good little funny videos on there sometimes. I don't do it too much because the thing about laughter, the thing about humor, is a sense of each his own. If you have a sense of my type of humor, then it's something funny. I can't tell you what's funny and what's not. But if you got a good sense of humor, you will find some stuff in there, right? But yeah, like you ain't gonna see no videos or anything, any posts in my subscription page that don't have anything to do with elevation. You're not gonna be on there see people fighting a bunch of ignorant shit like that, right? You ain't gonna see a bunch of bitches half naked or dudes on some weird shit like nah. And when I be seeing that posted on different social media, I be deleting y'all. Like if you're my friends and you ain't got no mind and that type of shit entertain you, yeah, watch out. I don't want to be friends with you if that's what you spend time thinking about and that's the type of stuff entertains you. Because it's a waste of time. So if I do stroll, I got a few good videos I could do something with life experiences, some life skills. So that's basically what I'm about and my page is about, my subscription page. So I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube so that I can build how did I want to build, different parts of me, sharing different parts of me with different people, different platforms. Majority on my YouTube, I only talk about two things, which is finances and faith. I'm all about mental health, which ties into faith and finances. You can't make money when you're distracted and disturbed. You can't even go out to achieve a goal if you don't have any faith in yourself. You don't think that you're capable of doing things. And that just ties back into my mentor and what I believe success is, which 90% mindset and 10% skills. Skills you can apply to yourself and have those skills. Like digital marketing. I apply it myself. I know how to do it now. I have digital skills. I know how to create content. That don't mean I'm the best at it, but I'm been perfecting my craft, getting better. It's a skill that I applied to myself. I learned, and now I now have amongst other things. But it's just a prime example of what I'm doing and how it came about. And shit, becoming monetized on YouTube, I could say I'm successful. Successful content creator and digital marketing because content creating is digital marketing. You're marketing yourself if you don't have anything other than yourself, your looks, your vibe, your whatever you do, right? However you market yourself. A lot of y'all be on here, you posting anything, then you be wondering how can you change up your image and stuff like that. But the thing about it is it takes time. It takes time, it takes consistency. If you don't want to be known for any old thing, just keep taking your time, right? But if you want to go viral, you know what to do. Don't get out there, go act a fool, do something ignorant, and just be prepared for the backlash and be prepared to be known for that moment. And it's just what it is, right? I choose to do different. Like, people are like, oh, you can go viral doing this, doing that, whatever, right? But do you. I'm doing me and I'm happy and I'm fine with that. This is my marathon that continues day in, day out. So yeah, I had to switch up a few ways that I do things just because technology, right? Like I used to make videos super quick, to upload, download, export, import, all that good stuff. Within one day, I could put at least 3 videos out. Now it's like it takes so long, I could barely do one video. But complement that, I do lives every day, almost every day, because it's still a video you can watch and learn from. things my job. Just because things aren't working, that don't mean I should stop working. I had to figure out creative ways to keep moving forward. But that is what it is, though. It's important, like, people think, like, I'm just talking, but shit. You fuck around, run into these type of people. They look pretty, they're the limelight people. They don't want to have you in that hospital, you know what I'm saying, looking for Jesus Christ because there's unruly people out there. They have you in some weird ass situations.
Celebrities is no way that these people aren't in just mindless sex. And a lot of times we do end up finding out. Either somebody comes out with some documentary when they're like in their 60s and they're like, oh, he's finally telling the whole world, or the men, right? Never the women. And part of me would say it too, because these celebrity males are sleeping with some of the same women, continuous, passing them around back and forth. You just had, I'm not accusing this person of anything at all, right? Because I already know how they get down when it comes to that. But you had Cardi B encouraging people to get on PrEP. There's no way that came out of nowhere, right? Most people are only moved to protect themselves either because maybe they.
Now, this might sound not know what prep is. I haven't heard of it. Well, I heard this type of stuff. But when you know things like that, that's how you know you sick, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, prep. Am I prepared? Am I prepping to go to the doctor because of a disease? Or like, what? Prep? Come on, dog. Let's be for real now, man. I see all these commercials with the gay folks. Uh, I mean, you should know what come with this shit, though, right? But yeah, prep, that's a suffering in silence type of thing. She's got their itching or whatever. Like he's saying, I don't know. But it came out of her mouth. The prep shit. I don't advocate for this shit. I don't know much about it.
They went through something or had a scare or whatever, or
She knows she is, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, something ain't right, yo. My body telling me like, man, I'm cool, shorty. Like that should turn me off right away. My body, my soul, like, nah, don't even do it. I'm like, yeah, we gonna go to the doctor, dude. Nah. Come to find out she had something, though. I'm like, damn, bitch, you trying to get me sick? You feel me? Like the fuck? I thank God I ain't catch her though, but God will tell you, though. He'll be like, man, come on. You gotta have some type of discernment, right? You can't be listening to the world all the time. The world would have had me in the hospital with that bitch.
for somebody else that sobered them up. And I personally think that's refreshing to see a celebrity top STDs away. There's just no way.
He remind me of my homie, YT Wake 'em Up.
That these people aren't dealing with like serious, not only mental illnesses, but diseases like this on a regular basis. A quick word about the sponsor of this channel, fathershaverights.com. While having a conversation with one of the expert.
I don't know much about this, but I do know they basically go after the men. It's women on child support as well. But it's basically who need government assistance. Like if you need food stamps, Medicaid, shit like that, you might as well get food stamps too. But all of that shit, they come to the other parent to pay it back. I feel like they should have been just doing,
Here's how you can take
doing
advantage of I to build generational wealth.
not every female, but some of them, they be on that shit like, shit other people's kids and shit, a source of income. Y'all know what it is.
Comments here say top comment. Who digs because he digging everything. Oh shit, they're out here naming names.
Okay. So yeah, they name the names. It's the same video, but in the comments.
Here naming names. Hear you, then okay, my beard doesn't connect.
They troll.
I don't think that comes from age though.
This is where I gotta stop for a while now. And I'm talking about this. I've been whining and dining, taking her out off of that cat. So I'm like, damn, what I gotta do? Start buying her shit?
Yes. Yeah, do that.
So I start buying her purses, jewelry, getting her nail ticket. Like, here, you just gotta go in there and give them this. So boom, one day she finally come to my crib after the movie. I'm getting her hot, kissing her on her neck, getting her in the mood, snatch her clothes off. I'm about to eat.
I thought he was about to say he about to rape something, because that's what it sounds like. Like,
I'll
do
stop.
what?
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Wait. Oh my goodness, please.
Man, dog, it's sad. You in an area like that, you come out, you from here to there, like, man, that's everywhere.
Tell me that you ain't no man. So I just got that. I'm like, man, what do you got to tell me? Like, and it's hard for her to say, but she like, I got HIV. And I'm like, what the hell? How the hell you get HIV? I'm talking about this chick is fine.
I told y'all I'd be the family. No matter what you look like, you dirty inside, dog. And people like him go for the okie doke. Too thirsty. Questions in the beginning. Doing all this. I never went to the clinic. Like, come on, dog.
Pretty face, real hair, flat stomach. How you get that? And to make a long story short, she was like, she came home one day and she caught her boyfriend friends running the train on him. So she was like, he was cheating on her with some guys and shit. And I'm like, what the hell? She was like, yeah, so I broke up with him, but I kept sleeping with him. I'm like, why would you do that?
Man, that proves my point, dog. Heard what I said about these people earlier, not to be talking about this shit. It's the truth. A lot of people don't like the truth, but shit, how you feel about it. You deal with how you deal with it, right? Just like I can't stop the sun from coming up. It's what it is. If you don't like it, so fucking what? But yeah, she did wrong. Like you didn't think shit was gonna come from that. He did wrong. They had is thirsty and food in him, just telling the story. No self control. Shit wild, man.
Why'd you, and you knew he was homosexual. She like, well, at the end of the day, it was just cheating and I ain't really had nobody else. I'm like, it's
Right, thirsty, no accountability. You hear it? I mean, in other words, right? You might as well say that.
not just cheating. He cheating on you with another man. She said normal. I'm like, it's not normal. I said, we don't do that shit in the D. She said it happens all the time in Atlanta. I said,
They back there. I'm a Michigan. You motherfuckers everywhere. One of the guys, watch you wake him up. He's from Detroit, so he putting out the info. But he just did a video like this not long ago. I thought my phone was ringing. I thought it had rang. I'm waiting on these people. They done froze up my money last night trying to take a withdrawal from my crypto and shit. I didn't get paid that much for my savings account, so I'm like, fucking, let me move the money around. They fuck around, froze it up, took it to the wrong account, then they try to take $25 out of my shit. So I'm like, damn, Joe, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on a fucking email for my money and shit. Kind of irritating. Then I was dealing with some motherfuckers acting funny with me and shit. So I'm like, man, whatever, dog.
Yeah, man. I'm like, so he got you there? Yeah. I'm like, oh gosh, man. But I made her feel bad, so I ended up.
Dude is a simp, dog. This guy right here, be telling her some truth. The shit you did was dumb, thirsty, and it a potential way to get you in the situation you're in. I mean, come on, dog. Ain't no way she did not know that. And now he being a simp because you hurt a motherfucker feeling. He gonna be in the hospital with a while.
For the rest of the night. But I ain't even gonna lie. After she left that night, she tried to call me again, man. I ain't answer, man, and I blocked her.
We are about to see.
Was he wrong for that though? Like, come on, dog. You should have told her going right then and there. You was just thirsty for the sake of it. If she didn't care enough, she would let him. And if he was a little bit more thirsty and just been flat out like, hey, here goes somebody for the pussy, basically. That's what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It's obvious, right? Just tell her like, hey, I'm just trying to fuck. Here go a couple dollars. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. If I see it like that, I feel like it should just be like that. Like, shit, you basically get you a hooker that you want to get to know for a while. You say you've been with a girl, y'all doing all this and that, but you ain't crack. Like, it's something to it, dog. Then you get the paying for shit for like, you should have started off that way. If that was how what it was about.
HIV cases skyrocket.
I think it was you wrong to cut it off after that, but spend home all night. Like, so what the fuck? I told y'all these people weird, dog. She should have kicked it off like that. Kick with Corona. What you think about it? Like I feel with a chick, she's like she got something. Like I'm cool, bro. We could be friends, but nah. And it ain't her fault. But I mean, she was honest, you know. And I was honest too. Like shit, I don't know. I ain't trying to be, experiment. I'm not no fucking doctor. I don't know. I don't want to take them chances, shawty. I'm straight. Sorry, but not sorry.
In the US, and we all need to be very much aware of this. So the new HIV surveillance data just dropped for New York City. It's consistently been dropping every single year. After 2020, we started seeing rises. And initially it was not surprising because we sort of knew a lot of people weren't getting tested during 2020 and 2021 as much as they would typically.
Oh yeah, because of the C word, C-19, and everything was shut down. So of course that was a breach in the information as far as the numbers. It wasn't accurate. It wasn't even known. Just like with the government shutdown, they don't know how much Q4 was for last year. They don't know the numbers. They making shit up. That's why they trying to keep that destructive war because they trying to reset it. I mean, it is what it is. This is my opinion. It's not fact. It's what I think that's going on for entertainment purposes. One,
So we expected some sort of rebound from those percent increase in HIV between 2022 and 2023. And now we saw a 5.4% increase in HIV cases between 2023 and 2024. We are officially in a trend upwards that can no longer just be attributed to tested during COVID. I'm also really alarmed about what the cases look like for women. 99 cases, but in 2024, 300 newly diagnosed with HIV. I know that these numbers may not sound big to you, but these are individuals. These are real humans. These are not just data points. This is also a racial equity issue. Over 50% of these new cases among women were among Black women, despite the fact that Black women.
whoa. I know we had Epstein, and there was one dude that was in Houston a while ago, years ago, actually, who was affecting all black women. That was at the clubs, the parties, the concerts. They got a whole thing about him. If you haven't heard about him, we can pull him up. But This was the early 2000s. I'm not sure what happened with him. Pretty sure it's others like him. But man, it's wild. They targeting the people. They passing that shit out like candy.
And only make up about 10% of the population in New York City. Latino percent of the
I see supposed to start off with black women being the number one, which would be safe. But I don't see how they at the top, but their numbers are lower. I don't know.
population in New York City, but they represent close to 40% of new cases of HIV. Percent of the population in New York City.
10%, which is less than 40%. Which at the bottom, you kind of see you say black, Latino, white, Asian Pacific Islander, Northern American, and I can't even try to guess what that says at the bottom.
Black women only make up about 10% of the population in New York City, but they represent close to 40% of new cases of HIV.
So it's way more Latinos than blacks in New York, which makes sense. But majority of them are infected.
These women, the vast majority of these cases are.
And this ain't no black and white thing. It's an area thing, you know. This area is lacking self-care and self-love.
Associated with heterosexual contact. So these women are getting HIV from having sex with men. And this is a group of people who tend to not even perceive that they could potentially be at risk for HIV if they're having sex with men. Trans women make up 4.4% of new cases, despite being less than 1% of the population in New York City. And for the men, there was about an equal split between men who identified as black and men who identified as Latino. Together, about 82%. Finally, young.
So I guess that's as far as population, but I'm not sure as far as affected out of that age.
Young people, as in people who are under 30, have been making up over 30% of new cases. This is again particularly alarming because this is a generation that has no real living memory of what HIV is or was. I didn't consider HIV as a risk or think it's as serious as it is. And so
now she got a point. I had to stop really quick about that because the fact of the matter remains this: like so many people nowadays, this younger generation, they done caught so much shit already. They done had chlamydia, they done had herpes, they done had gonorrhea, they done had this shit. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, they like, oh, whatever. They had a pill for it. I'll be cured again. I'm gonna continue on with my behavior. And they fuck around and they catch this, and they be like, well, it's a wrap. And some of them they don't even catch the others that I just named, but they come straight to this. First time, first everything, straight affected, right? And there are a lot of stories like that. My thing is like they lack accountability, they lack self care, self love, because all you hear is excuses and why people not taking this stuff serious, why they're not aware, alert, they don't ask any questions, or they come on with false intents, like the dude who told his story. He was just so thirsty, you know what I'm saying, that he almost fucked around and caught a situation. And then there's people like that, like, you know, you got somebody who thirsty and somebody who trying not to pass it around, but after a while they like, fuck, I don't care. Imagine how many people she told, how many people she didn't tell, you know. Only reason she probably told him because she been talking to him for a while, slow spoken dude, and he started coming out that bag. So, you know, it makes more sense. You got another source of income from this thirsty dude. Take advantage of it, right? So, yeah. I'm not saying that's what you should do to people, but if you put yourself in that situation, then what you think gonna happen, right? I don't feel sorry for him at all, but you know, you is putting yourself in an unruly situation, being thirsty and not caring about yourself. The thing about it is, like, they don't they don't care about themselves. They didn't have different diseases. It wasn't life changing or life affecting. Now they catching that strong package and they not telling people or they don't care. They're passing on. They like, I'm gone anyway. It's a lot of stories like this. A lot of stories nowadays on the internet the past week. This year is just started and these cases are rising. It's always been a situation. I've always been vigilant about who, what, But the thing is, like, maybe we need to start talking about this a little bit more because this is a side distraction on population control. Ain't no way so many people is just out there like that. And if that is the case, we really need to wake up and start having a conversation to keep these doors wide open. And the thing about it, like, it's very serious because it's attempted murder. You fuck around, lay down with the wrong person, you might not get back up. Some people, like the dude that I was talking about who caught it, he was sick as hell within like uh, less than 6 days, losing weight, all of this and that. So there's a few signs and symptoms, and if you have that package. And for some people, they're, I think it's called autoimmune or something like that, where they don't show any symptoms. They live with it, and it doesn't really show anything like that. I forgot what they called that or whatever. Let me look it up. Let me see what she's saying. We finna wrap this up, though, because I mean, she ain't telling no lies, though. She's giving a lot of information too on how you could be safe. You think down south they moving funny? They moving funny all across the world. There's just certain places they'll tell you about, certain places they won't. Don't be fooled.
The fact that we're seeing 30% of new cases of people under 30 is a deeply alarming trend.
And then I'm for the younger ones. They should know better, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. Like they should know better, but they don't give a fuck. That's obvious.
Now, I bring this up now because, again, this funding from the federal government in fiscal year 2024 to do all things HIV prevention and care and treatment. However, in this new iteration of the government bill, there are drugs to HIV. Their proposed current bill, there's 100% cut to HIV prevention services in the United States, despite the fact that in one of the most population condensed cities in the US, we are seeing consistent upward trends. This is going to have implications for cities well beyond New York City. People travel, people come to the city all the time to have very transient sex and then leave. Like, this is going to ripple out to the rest of the country. And I am just like deeply alarmed for what this is going to mean when we are already seeing these increases.
This just thought about it, listening to her speak, and I hate to keep cutting her off because she's pulling a lot of good points, a lot of good key points. But the thing, what I got to just say really quick is that this an older video. I mean, it just dropped now, but the video that she's speaking on, that particular video is from 2025, probably even 2024, to be honest, because uh, I pay attention to details. Like I'm really trying to hear and learn and see what the message is. And with that being said, I heard her right away talk about statistics from 2024. It's now 26, and those numbers are bad then. And what she said that really got my attention over everything was that how people come in and out of town to do certain little ish, right? So when she said that, it made me automatically think about TSA and how the government shut down late last year of October, and how, I mean, of course they said it was because of whatever it was for, but I honestly believe they was trying to stop them infecting the people, those packages coming in and out the country. Um, this is entertainment purposes. This is what I think. I don't know if it to be true or not. It's just speculation. But in 2024, because it slowed down a bit, right? No, not in 2024, but overall, it slowed down and then it started spiking back up after the COVID was over with. And with that being said, people always in and out of New York for the ball drop. Last year the ball didn't drop. So that's another reason why I think that this is a situation where they was trying to control how many people come in affected and how many people go out affected. Because if you don't know, I'll just say this: like they know what type of blood you got, they know what's going on with you. Like the people know what the fuck is going on. So you ain't nothing you can do that's a secret, right? They know what people sick. They know what pedophiles are here. They know what predators are around. They know what's going on with groups of people at all times. And they shut the airport down. And what's crazy is they didn't want everybody in New York in that area too, because when the ball drop, I've been there. It's a moment you capture that words can't really explain. It's just an incredible feeling, the atmosphere, um, and then they play that Frank Sinatra. Like it's just like a movie theme, dog. Like to be honest, if you ever was looking for love, that'd be a moment you find. Like especially if you're single and you see the females out there, it's just like a moment like okay, me and you, we gonna take this world and conquer it together, or we gonna come into this world, this new year together. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like it's just a feeling you can't really put into words, but you find love in those moments. You find like a reason to connect with people, and I didn't think they wanted that to happen because it didn't happen. The ball didn't drop. They said it was late cooking. I don't know. I wasn't there last year, but I heard the story. They ain't gonna really put it on the news like that because overall they don't want you to look into it too much, right? And start figuring stuff out. A lot of people don't ask questions anyway, so they will never know. But from hearing what she said and what happened last year and what's going on now, it kind of makes sense to me. Like population control. Every time I talk to certain people, they be like, "Oh, there's so many people in the world." Like, okay, you one of them type, right? And one of them type, I mean, they're the type of person who thinks like, "Oh, we got to get some people off the world because it's not enough space or it's not enough resources or whatever the fuck they think." Because I don't know, I don't care, I don't want to know. But that just lets me know that those are the type of people who would take people like me out, who feel like there's plenty of space in the world for plenty more people, plenty of land. Use the land, build more buildings. Like, yeah, I never see why it's such thing as population control. It sounds stupid. The world is so big, so vast. Have so many abandoned buildings that could be used. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. It's a problem that's really not a problem if you really look at it. Like, but it's not my situation to control. I just observe it and let that be that. But I do know, like, what the sex activity they pushing, people are tempted to just go out there and do little senseless acts, and they come out with that pack, and they won't go tell people and wrap it up. Once you affect it, it's a wrap. If people is affecting, I guess you ought to do something like that. You should know who you can now start measuring. I feel like that's what they need to make into law. Like once you slip up or however you catch it, you need to now deal with a certain community of people so that you can engage in activities that you still do and not affect other people. Like quarantine these motherfuckers, right? It's like y'all quarantine the whole world. You need to quarantine these people because if ain't no case, especially case by case, not everybody has enough medical insurance or money to pay for medical bills and supplies, right? So, like I say, case by case, because some people may be sicker than others, and some may be on the road to recovery. But nevertheless, they all need to be quarantined, and then inside that quarantine, split apart for the ones who are really, really sick and the ones who are on the way to recovery, so that they can integrate back into society and be a productive piece of productive person in the community, right? Instead of infecting motherfuckers, getting them all sick, sending them to the doctor in the early grade. But she just really made me think about stuff like since for the past 5 years, whatever, right? It's been going on long enough. Not just last year, not just 2020. But it all makes sense though when I think about it, because it's like things don't come across my path for no reason at all. If it comes across my path, it's a reason, whether it be now in the moment or a little bit out, it's going to make sense overall. So I just feel like since this is my third time seeing some HIV videos, we need to watch it and we need to be aware of how people getting down in the world. There's a lot of fine women, a lot of nice looking guys, you'll see, but inside they're dirt. Just like I told you about the rice thing, you don't know inside of what people look like. The jars could be full of diamonds and sparkles and all this and that, but inside they're talking negative and inside they're neglected. And inside they're rotten to the core. And then vice versa. You'll see somebody look like a bum on the street, but they're wealthy and good vibes and uh, peaceful, with like people. They have a good collection of good people and stuff like that. Like, you want to look at them like, oh, this is a person I want to engage with, I want to talk to. They look dirt, but their inside is full of life and full of positivity, like Jesus, right? If you don't know anything about Jesus, they say he was a desirable man. He would be walking around the streets, look like a bum. He was a nigga that people wouldn't care to see, right? But he was a person that they know that he had that the vibes, he had that energy, and wherever he went, they want to be around him because they know like he got good vibes. I want to saturate the energy. I won't even know who he is until I get around a bunch of people to point him out because he's not the type of guy who's lost. He's not the type of guy that you want to go connect with. He was the type of guy that was, seen by many people. They say he had hair of bronze, hair of wool, skin of bronze, red eyes from crying a lot from the sad world that he created. And his creation is just sad, sack of bones, majority of us. I'd be sad too looking at the world. Like, it's a sad ass place we live in, yo. So many people suffering. So many people ain't got their mind right. So many people just lost in this motherfucking world. And you just be like, damn, man, it is what it is. But yeah, I be feeling that shit, though. I be like, damn. But shit, you gotta be the change you wanna see in the world. You can't do it all. And you ain't gonna do it all. That's just the truth. Like, shit, you gonna die on your mission trying to make this world a better place for your kids and your kids to be able to appreciate having somewhere to stay without so many predators trying to, all this weird shit going on. And it's just what it is. Like, I'm one of them type of people. Just like Martin Luther King was for us, whether they was in the Boule or the Illuminati type shit, who knows? They probably was. I'm not saying they probably was, but the fraternity stuff, they similar. They very close connected. They rub shoulders with each other, right? Like they be in the same tables, eating dinners and stuff. Just like the Republicans and Democrats. They might seem like they get each other, but they sit at the same dinner table, rubbing shoulders. And that's just how they play us. That's how they play people who are not aware of what the bigger picture is and what the bigger game is about. The food isn't good, people bodies isn't good, their minds isn't good. It's a lot of different ways to take people out. And as you can see, these ways are the ways that they're coming at you, attacking hard. And they're using different weapons as well, like entertainment, social media, the person who don't think for themselves, who are easily influenced. But yeah, I'm about to just chill, man. It's one of them days. I don't got no TV show that I really like come on Wednesdays. I love Wednesdays, but not more than Thursdays. FBI come on. They be having some really good cases. If I hadn't messed up my life, I would have probably been a detective too. But like, I like those cases. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, I was one of them dumb niggas who care what people think about me. You know what I'm saying? Not even following my dreams. Like, oh, who cares, right? But I wasn't one of them type of people until I got a little older. Man, my life is my life. Fuck who don't like it. Fuck who support it. Man. Whatever, right? It is at that point. Plus, a lot of people be envying me and stuff. I'm like, shit. I don't really like fucking with people too much because they be phony as hell and they always on some shit. But, at the end of the day, I'm on a mission. Like, I like good vibes. I like good conversations. I like having fun, I guess. Not saying that that's all I care about, but like I don't like to be miserable. I don't like to be around miserable people, or motherfuckers who like talking about people and shit. Like that shit a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. And I could care less for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. And that's another reason people don't like me because I don't got time for that type of shit. People think I'm better than them because I choose how to spend my time. But so fucking what? You know, shit, if you had anything that you were passionate about, you wouldn't have time for everything else either, right? You never seen Michael Jordan playing with the spaceship and shit like that. You know, he wasn't interfering in their business. You never seen Gandhi at the fucking NASCAR events trying to hop in their mix. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit you just don't see. Because certain people is on a mission and they in their lane trying to add value to the world from their mission. Just like Thomas Jefferson, I believe, made peanut butter. You think he was sitting around trying to write raps and shit while he making peanut butter? Now we all eat peanut butter. I think I said Thomas Edison, not Jefferson. But yeah, we just got through Black History Month. Nobody knew anything about anybody of color because all this shit going on in the world. We got Epstein, little freaky body, and everybody that was freaky bodies with his freaky body jerseys all over the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck y'all niggas this month. That's basically what they said, right? Since we're not engaging in with the bullshit that the world got going on nowadays, we're like, fuck y'all niggas, y'all. Y'all don't want to help fight this war, all right? You don't want to fuck with Israel, Iran, and uh, who the other place, Gaza, and all this shit. Meanwhile, we got people in America sleeping outside on the ground. Motherfuckers missing meals because the soup pantry not allowing many people and the food stamps is like shit like that going on. But they'll tell y'all we straight. This is the land of the free, home of the brave, which is kind of true. If you brave enough to go get what you want, you can live freely in this world, take it from other people. But if you got morals, you're not going to be brave enough to live like that. You're going to suffer. You're going to have hard time trying to stay afloat. This world is rewarding the sinners, the saints trying to stick together and trying not to go against each other. You know, everybody always against the Christians. It's always about Christian this, Christian that. And I consider myself Christian, anti-Christian, because I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that this is the path, but I don't know. I know God is real. I know Jesus is real, but I don't know if all of that stuff that come with it is fact. You know, like I have a personal relationship with God, so that's how I know. I can't tell you my relationship and my situation. I can tell you my testimony, how God have been moving through me and with me and for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I call on Jesus and I get help. I used to have night terrors. The devil come visit me years at a time. You know, different little shit. Like you'd be surprised. And I could tell y'all some spooky stories, like it was some scary shit happened. But you know, this what it's like when you follow Christ. You're gonna have a lot of demons and devils want to come. They just want to come show themselves. You know what I'm saying? The ops, and that's what I got used to. Sometimes they come physically, sometimes they come through people. Shit, however they want to come. But I've seen them through people. I've seen them in their physical form. First time I saw the devil was in Beach Park. I was being chased. Basically, he came through my dreams a couple nights. I was having weird clear nightmares. And I finally stopped running. I was running through the woods from these guys. And I stopped running one day. I kept on getting to the woods, through the woods, and about to fall off the cliff. Sometimes I will fall and wake up. But it was like, shoot, when I finally stopped running and was ready to fight back, I woke up. But my arms was moving in my sleep. I'm like, damn, you know, I'm moving my sleep. I'm like walking. I'm like, damn, man. But after that night, when I realized that was that, he can't the following night. No more dreams or anything. It was just you just feel the presence. Like they say, the air gets heavy. Yeah, that's a real thing. So just suddenly, like in the blink of an eye, you can't breathe, you can't move, and you're like, some on my chest. Like I can physically feel like I can't breathe. My chest hurt. Cause something pushing down. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the fuck? I'm uncomfortable now. Like, now I'm gonna wake up because, like, what the hell going on? Then when you wake up, you see the devil. You right there, big, tall, black, orange, red eyes, big, scary sight to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? He tall, real big, real big. He was like, he basically crushed up in the room, looking down on you like they're like big black ass motherfucker. These big shadows, you could just see like this, and you see his eyes, and he just sitting there looking, not saying anything. But the presence of him is saying, like, I'll kill you right now. If you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you feel. Then he's scared to look up. So he's like, oh shit. Like, what do I do at this point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this real? Yeah. So I was like, Jesus, and he disappeared. I was like, damn, I just can't breathe. Now I'm trying to catch my breath. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I called my girl at the time. I'm like, man, let me tell you what happened to me. I experienced some real shit. She was like, she told me what that was about. So I realized that it wasn't no one time thing just with me. It's happening throughout the states, throughout the world. They call it something different. But doing more research, I found out it was called night terror. And she said a witch right here back. I heard that before too. But that wasn't the only time, and that was the only one. There's two of them that come. One with yellow eyes, he's big as well, and one with red eyes. The red eye one, he'll choke you up and like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He trying to kill you in your sleep. The yellow one, I don't know what that one about. But one time when I seen him, um, my sister had just passed. I don't know if it was the devil on us or what, but Um, I wake up because this girl in my face, right? You know, you feel a motherfucker in your face or they're trying to wake you up type shit. So I was woken up to that girl in my face. And when I woke up and sent her, she was let me show you. I wake up, she like this, like I like this close a little bit. She like this, and then I'm looking, and then she like slide back real fast like this, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Now I know I'm looking at an angel or a ghost because I can see through her a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck? Because she bagged back when I woke up. But behind her, she bagged back like this. Like she had me covered. Like she was hugging around me like this. Then when I wake up, she kind of let go and back up a little bit. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really scared, but I was startled a little bit. Then she bagged back up because I was looking like, towards the door. Looking towards the door, like my feet towards the door, whatever. When she went back, I could see her full body now, but also I could see above her with the yellow eyed dude, and he was like in the corner. So it's like basically she was holding him from getting to anybody like that type of shit. So I was like, what the fuck? Then I was like, I realized what was going on. Like one of my angels was fighting one of my demons, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like if you got your spiritual eyes open, you will actually see this. Like they wasn't fighting, but she was protecting him. And then my people's like, you all right? Want me to pray for you? I was like, yeah, I could, you know what I'm saying? I could have that experience. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm not okay right now. I got to try to figure out how I feel about all of this stuff going on. I started having these experiences, though, when I started reaching out to people to get to know God other than getting to know myself. And that's the downfall of not knowing God by yourself and trying to get the land through other people. I was dealing with this prophet doing little spells and rituals and shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know back then, but I know now. So, you look to a man of God, you think that they are doing righteous things, moral things. And it comes so subtle. You be doing little shit that don't seem weird or wrong. And then all of a sudden it's like you've been wrapped into some shit. You're forming a covenant. You know what I'm saying? You're becoming a part of this clique. I ain't really realize it until he was like, um, we was doing money rituals and shit, like little money spells type shit. Yeah, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? How much you want, whatever. And we was doing this shit for like, probably like a year or two. Um, Probably not even that long. I think probably about a year. And probably was like a year or two. I don't know. Um, but anyway, long story short, one time he was like, he sent me some seeds, and we were supposed to do a certain thing with that. But my spirit was telling me don't plant these seeds. Do not plant these seeds in your house, around your home. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Just leave them in the thing and get rid of them or whatever. So I put them to the side of my pillow or whatever, and I just let them sit there. And then come time to where I was supposed to be at that. Like we would do shit on certain days, certain times, certain ways, and it's like I didn't really realize like certain dates are important to do certain shit if you wanted to manifest in a certain way. Like uh, it is what it is. But anyway, I didn't help him complete that one, so he got mad. And I'm basically like, yo, fuck, dude, this kind of weird, right? Like I'm starting to question things now, and I stopped messing with it. I'm like, oh, I'm starting to see you differently now. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm waking up to this stuff that we got going on. I'm realizing like this is not, this ain't what God would want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being blessed, but it feel like not from who I want. And I was like, if God want to bless me, I shouldn't have to do all of this stuff, right? I'm like, it's just weird. I mean, I was getting money, so that was cool, and I'm thinking like this is what it's supposed to be. If that's what I want. Like I had a personal genie, right? Whatever I asked for, this shit was happening to me. But then it was like, why we not doing the same thing we was doing for money? Of course, I want more and more, and doing different stuff to get to the knowledge, but it was like, nah, that don't feel right. So I didn't do that. And then he invited me to come see him downtown Chicago. So I went. We was at the Hilton Hotel at the ballroom, and it was really, really big. If you've never been, it's on Michigan Ave, Magnificent Ave, right across from Millennium Park. Big red hotel. Nice like brown cream. But inside was red carpet. It was really nice, really big. But anyway, he was like a cult leader. When we got in there and I seen how many people was running up to him and how he was like doing magic on them, like he had their minds wrapped. He say jump, they jump, and then they ask how high is this high enough? Like he had that shit under control. And I was like, I ain't never seen anything like this. Like people are fanned out. And I was like, damn, like that's when I started realizing, like, damn, I was fanned out. I had like a veil over my eyes. I couldn't see the truth about this guy until I seen him in person and I seen how he was moving these people. It was like a couple thousand people in the room with us. And he had this book. He was like, I want $1,000 for this book. Come on down, get it. People was running. I'm like, damn, what? Of course, we always making money. Everybody asks for different amounts, but I'm like, damn, everybody, he done made them get this money and they him giving it right back to him. So I was like, I wonder how much money he just made tonight because I seen people running by the hundreds, come up to the stage, get them books, throwing the money in the thing. So I was like, damn, this guy has these people under a spell. He's giving them a little bit of what they want, but majority of it's coming right back. Because when he was like, how much you want? I was like, I need 800. He was like, send me some of an eight. He's like, you need probably 8 cents or like something like that, right? Like that's how it used to work. So we just do it like that. He was like, I'm trusting you for a seed of 777. Or we used to do the angel number gifts like that. Really, I learned, find out that those numbers they mean something totally different. They can mean what you want them to mean, but I mean, when you're doing it like that, they got a different meaning. Just like with I hate to talk about these people because they be sending them demons at me, but the modern day saints, they be on some other shit, dog. They like worse than Jehovah Witness. They don't let up. They kept trying to recruit me to their shit. I'm like, no, I'm cool. We don't serve the same Jesus. The one y'all talking about is not the one that I know about. You gotta be careful with people like that too. They're like, oh God, this God, that. We're not talking about the same God. Especially if you play as Greek, y'all them type of people who believe in different gods, but you want to go to church talking about Jesus. Like y'all better stop playing with God, the one true God. They be like, y'all know what the Greek play Greek and shit like that is, sorority fraternities, all these motherfuckers who practicing these different gods and you know what I'm saying, like that, right? And if you didn't know, I'm waking you up. Like that's what it's about. You worshiping false gods. or to be a part of a little group. You're basically a Freemason. I got the video. This girl telling her story. I went to a few sorority parties, not a few, but I went to one in DuPage County, Illinois, like uh, Chicago suburbs, right? And it was fun. Like this dude I know, he was a stepper, or he was trying to be one, but it seemed innocent being, but he had a lot of secret stuff going on. Like when we get there to the party, he had to go dip off with them or whatever. He kept dipping out. Like you basically barely saw him until like for a little bit of time. Like, they kept dipping off doing weird shit. Like he'll leave, come back. My bros or whatever they call themselves, like the brothers. I'm like, these niggas weird, bro. Like then it comes back and shit. It was kind of dope, but I'm like, something was just off about that. Like man, these niggas, they on some other shit. Like it's kind of like gang banging. You got one dude you worshiping. I mean, it's no different, right? Signs and symbols. You got one chief, you got one boss, or whatever, however y'all call y'all head. And it's like you're not thinking for yourself at this point. A lot of us don't. Because you want to be a part of something, you want to feel accepted. Or you need protection, or you need resources. Like, shit. You know, you get some girls, still go to these niggas. You know, you get some weapons, go around. You know, you're going to learn your way around the block, go with them. You start figuring out what come with that shit, you jump back in, back in the house. Like shit, certain shit come, certain shit come. You just learn, dog. But it's never too late to change your life, though. Like, don't be so stuck on stupid to where you dying your stupidity thinking that shit, you got time to fuck around. You're not promised the next minute, dog. That's why I advocate for mental health awareness. You gotta be mindful of what you're thinking about and what thoughts you entertain. You know what I'm saying? Because them shit will take you out. I let a motherfucker get on my nerves, though. And I'm like, shit, what is it about me that I need to learn from this situation where motherfuckers think that they can come play with me and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, dog? Well, I gotta be dealing with a lot of clown ass shit all the time. But I'm like, I guess this motherfucking season of clown activity. I know this shit come through seasons, you know what I'm saying? It might be a year, it might be a month, it might be a couple weeks, who fucking knows? But I know it's something that I gotta gain from my moment in time in life. God trying to help me get that. Because I be playing all the time, but one thing I know about God, it's a time for everything. Like, it's a time for me to get on unruly, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is good always and all the time, but God will punish you too. God is slow to wrath, but that don't mean He won't get on your ass. He flooded the whole world for motherfuckers thinking it was sweet. And that's just the example of how patient He is, how kind He is, but how He will get on your ass. And when He do, you're gonna be like, I wish I had time to change. And every day you got time to change. And people like me who telling you like, this world is falling, and it's about to hit rock bottom. And if you don't get a solid foundation, you're gonna crumble with it. Meaning, if you don't start thinking holy, you don't get righteous. You know what I'm saying? Transform your mind from this world the way that the world thinks. You're gonna be subject to the consequences of the world. You know, and it's kind of like this party to a crime. You witness some shit, you don't say some shit, you're just as guilty. And then vice versa. You know, the watchers of the world are the ones who are going to have the judgment the worst. And these are the watchers, the niggas who God tell like, yo, I got something for you to do. I got something for you to say. Like Moses, like Jonah, right? Those are the watchers. They do what God told them to do so they can help save more people. But if they don't do what God told them to do, they can't help save people. And when those people get lost, of course they're gonna have their punishment. But the heads, the watchers, who's supposed to watch over their souls, they're gonna be more punished because you allowed these souls to be taken out and not caring for them. It's just like if you have a apple tree, you don't nurture it, you won't be fruitful from this one little time. And who wants to eat from a rotten tree, right? Nobody. But that one person had the potential to help give nourishment to your environment, right? Like if you plant a tree, look at it this way. One person took care of it, maybe a few person. A few people, but once it's fully grown and it's able to produce fruit, other people can reproduce that situation in other places, so more people can have more things, like right. But then vice versa, like when you stopping a motherfucker from growing, from being who they need to be, and they become punished from their environment, like when it starts raining, stops watering, and you don't bring in water to help sustain the situation, and it just fade away from the lack thereof. That's their punishment, but you'll die twice because you're going to lack with them. And then God's going to ask you, like, why was you conscious enough to do as I asked you? You allow these people to fall right along with yourself. And it's just like a parent, right? Imagine a parent watching you walk into fire and they don't say anything. And then you walk right into that fire, you're like, oh shit, I get burned. You try to run away, you slip, fall, and now you just, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be burnt up. You're going to be hot to it. But more so, the watcher of you is going to be more punished than your situation that punished you, because why haven't you spoke up for my people, right? And that's just a prime example. My people, either on everybody, we're all people, we're all God's children. And we should be watching over each other like that. You know, not everybody care about everybody. Not everybody's going to be on a collective wave where we can uplift each other. And some people is like that rotten fruit that's going to drain out the rest. Whether it be their actions, whether it be the lack of action, or whether it be the neglect. Basically, what I'm saying, the neglect from working on yourself, not being aware of the thoughts that you entertain. People ask me, do I listen to rap? Sometimes, yeah, but not too much because it's negative. You know what I'm saying? Like when I want to get turned up, hyped up, whatever, right? But other than that, I'm not gonna sit and listen to no bullshit all day long about killing, drug dealing, and female disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. What is that really doing to me but riding my system out to be unruly amongst people? And it's just what it is, right? Like, it's just dumb. You got to be careful of what you entertain and how much of it you intake. Like, they say drink responsible, know your limits. Know your limits with the negativity, you know what I'm saying? Because it's unavoidable, but know your limits. You have a choice. You choose to be on the up and up in life, or you choose to let life just deal the cards and shuffle through them. But yeah, I just said that to say this though, like shit, you know, you gotta be kind and patient with people. But don't let people take advantage of you because that's what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Don't let no motherfucker take advantage of you, dog. You don't have to be kind and nice. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do shit in life. But live and then die. Those are the only two things that you really have to do, whether you want to or not. Once you're here, you're here. Unless you took your own life, you're stuck here. And my sister took her own life, you know. She didn't want to be here anymore. She done her mission. And I was like, damn, you know, I don't even have the courage to do that one, but I miss my sister, bro. She is a dope individual. But at 16 years old, she done way more than motherfuckers do in a lifetime. So I learned that from her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make the most of your life. Live with purpose and passion, because that's exactly what I see her do every day of her life. She went through different little shit, but she wasn't sitting around moping about it, letting that beat her down. Different people used to try to play her. Same little shit, right? Envy me. That was her name, because motherfuckers envy my sister, bro. She was pretty. She would do her own hair. She would do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause she applied skills. That's why she had so many skills. And that's why she was successful. And that's why I always say success to me is 90% mindset. Because the mindset she had was far more advanced than a lot of motherfuckers these days. She stopped eating meat back then. She was one of them conscious people without being conscious. You know what I'm saying? Before that was the whole term. She was one of them. We used to talk about God, and that's how I knew to call on Jesus when I had that attack. She told me that. She was like, just say Jesus 3 times, and I'm the blood of you. Something like that, and that worked. She used to sleep with her eyes like open a little bit because she never really sleep. Her spirit was busy doing things. I go ask her help too. What's crazy, like I used to go to my little sister for a lot of different shit, like right. So I go bug her about some shit and think that she just laying down, but she sleep. Her eyes tight. I'm like, oh shit, sis asleep. But I just figure like, yeah, she busy. She gotta keep her eyes and ears open to motherfuckers who jealous of her energy. You know what I'm saying? You want a lot of them motherfuckers who could do a lot for you. You don't realize how you take advantage of people. And that's me talking about how I used to do before I realized what I was doing and how that shit wasn't helpful to nobody else but myself. And that wasn't a nice way to live, right? But anyway, yeah, like motherfuckers used to be so jealous. Envy. Different little bitches used to be trying to play with my sister and shit. No disrespect like that, like different little bitches. That's just how I talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean no disrespect. And if I do, you annoy. I want you to feel it. If I say fuck you, I mean that shit. You can feel that shit. You know? I don't do the sneak this and shit, dog. For real. Like, if I got a problem with motherfucker, I'll tell you about it, shit. You know what I mean? We can't be cool, but whatever, right? You gonna know definitely, though. Like, you don't gotta ever worry about wondering how I feel about a motherfucker, bro. Cause I tell you, that shit, love or hate me, you know, break me. People will ride with you when you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? I talked to a chick the other day. She was like, yeah, you know who your friends is after the storm. I'm like, she was like, I can count on my hands how many people are going to be there with me when the storm comes. I was like, you better know it. But I be having good conversations with people. I meet a lot of good people. People that want to see you happy, right? You know, then you come across a lot of motherfuckers who just want your energy. There's something about you that they want. They don't even like you probably. They just want what you got. Or some of them like you and they want to be everything about you. You want to be a twin. Feel like God forgot to add you a part of him. I mean, add them a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like that. It's cool to admire, but be you, shit. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do if you was me. Probably take your own life. A lot of shit I deal with. Or somebody would take your life if you speaking up like I speak up. Motherfuckers don't like speaking the truth. They want to fight. I fought a lot of people just off talking, bro. Like when I was at school, job 40, I was hustling, right? These niggas jealous of me. I'm walking through the hallway with my like earphones on and shit. I walk past the day room or whatever. Like I ain't worried about niggas. I don't be paying attention to niggas. I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. Shit don't concern me, right? But anyway, I'm doing how I usually do. Then a motherfucker I walk past, I can see them wave like trying to get my attention type shit. So I pull the earphone up and I back up just a little bit to the doorway, like, yo, what up? They like, ooh, talking shit. Like you think you get money with that? Like, bitch, I'll pay your mama bills. Fuck you talking about. And then the niggas they got quiet, there's three of them. Then one of them punched me and my Walkman fell. So I'm looking at him like, what I'm finna do to you right now? Because I'm really, you know what I'm saying, just thinking like Sherlock Holmes, like I'm finna punch, kick, woo woo woo, you might do that. Like I'm really thinking this in my mind, like it's finna go down. Like that's how I do sometimes. Like I got 2 seconds. You just do that, woo, 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 woo. Like chess. Like when I play chess, I can see these moves already. But anyway, right. So I'm looking at him like thinking about what I'm finna do, and instantly I'm like, yeah, let me take my time because I know what I'm gonna do to him. So I pick up my thing, then I look at them, then they looking like they see a ghost or some shit like this. I'm like, yeah, let me go put my shit up. So I go to my room, I sit on the bed, my roommate's up in there, take off my earphones, they knocking at the door. Him and the other two dudes. And then another dude was in the room too, but he didn't come out to say nothing because I'm talking to all y'all. One of y'all talking shit, now I'm talking to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give a fuck. So they come to the room. They're like, man, I'm sorry, copping the plea, right? They trying to, cause they don't want me to do nothing to him in my room. And he mad like, Mo, why you come in here and ain't say shit? That shit just try to be like, nah, we whoop they ass, woo. They like, nah, man, we. You know what I'm saying? They don't want shit to happen. They like, man, nah, they just piss me off, Joe. Like, these motherfuckers better not ever. Like, they more mad than I am. And I'm not really mad. Like, nigga, whatever. So y'all jealous. Y'all starting with me. And you see, like, you try to punch me as hard as you can, and that shit didn't even phase me. Like, now I'm finna get on your ass. Like, I'm small or whatever, but I ain't no glass house. Like, don't think that you finna get over on me, dog. You gonna see, it, like, just fuck around and find out. That's all I got to say, motherfucker. Shit. But yeah, it was like, he started explaining himself. He like, man, my mom passed away, and I ain't mean to go off like that, but I know you ain't knowing because we ain't never talked about that or whatever. So basically, he want me to have compassion on him because he don't want me to beat his ass. He like, I don't want him to get on them. Plus, I gang bang too. Like my people in here, we'll send a bitch up, which we did on occasion. But like, nigga, whatever, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. But I did like shit. I ain't mean to talk about your mom because I ain't know. But y'all niggas know y'all ain't getting no money and y'all whatever. You know what I'm saying? We talked it out type shit. Like, they ain't gonna happen again because I don't give a fuck about where to hurt your feelings. Like, nigga, is up there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no fucking limits to whatever. If you picking with me, just be prepared for whatever the fuck gonna happen back to you. And what's crazy about it, like they was more mad than I was that I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lay that shit alone because this nigga came and come say sorry type shit. But whatever, right? They really want to get on his ass and then we used to leave on the weekends. I'm like a 16-year-old. I went to school late because I broke my thumb. So I really was like 15, just turning 16. Everybody in there was like 21. They was it was up to like 24, but the niggas I was around was kind of older and shit. Barely seen any 16-year-old, and I had a fake ID saying I was 18 at the time. Because I used to go sell cigarillos. That was my little side hustle before I got in with the what they call it, like damn, the finance committee, right? Because we had student council, and it's different governments, different parts of the council, like finances or whatever. But anyway, I talked to them, right? And she was like, because I was from the lead of school one day, like it was just too much going on. And I'm like, man, I needed money shit. So I'm like, I'd rather go hustle than fuck the education, right? Because that's how I felt and that's how I was on. Because I'm like, man, everybody older than me, they could get jobs. They got people sending them money and shit. Like, motherfuckers got shit going on. They have food stamps, you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of little shit. And I'm out here like, shit, I'm basically eating a free lunch and rocking the same clothes. Like when you're around a bunch of motherfuckers who doing shit, you like, man, I gotta step it up. So that's what I learned how to do. And when I was gonna leave and from being broke, the finance people they was like, "What you trying to do?" I was like, "Shit, I basically created a job. So what I did was custodial in 4 sections of the building, and I hired 3 people. Now I hired 4 people, and then I worked the middle, and they worked the corners, and they all meet up to me in the middle, and we'll finish the whole building by the time it's nighttime or whatever. And we was getting paid like that, and then that was cool. Like I was cool maintaining that situation with that little money on top of the school money, then on top of hustling, I started compounding and I was straight. But one day, like I say, I'm nice, I'm cool, but if ever you think that it's okay to play with me or disrespect me, I'm gonna make you think about that again and make sure you ever think twice before you ever think that thought again. So I'm leaving the cafeteria. Um, I used to drink a lot of cranberry juice, my own little personal cups. I never stopped having my own little shit. But the cup I had back then, it was similar to this, the glass. I put it up with cranberry juice, leaving the breakfast. And then the teacher hopped in my face like it's early as fuck, Joe. I don't even know what you're saying right now. I don't know what you're talking about, but the way that you went about that shit got hands put on you. So they hop in my face about water, 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 water. What? Watch out, Joe. I'm walking around, they snatch my thing out of my hand. What? Stop. They, ooh, you bogus. Ooh, shut the fuck up. Like, you ain't see what just happened. Like, fuck out my way. This motherfucker snatching shit from me, dog. This shit is pissing me off. Snatch my shit back. Going about my day. Like, man, fuck. Don't ever do no shit like that again. I don't know who the fuck you be playing with. So, whatever, right? Go about my day towards the end of the day, right? They like, come on down. The deans and them and shit, the police, they like, we heard you mush your motherfucker. I'm mush. What are you talking about? Muff motherfuckers, I do that. They like, what's muff? I'm like, what's mush? It's the same shit. Show me what you did. Fuck. Oh yeah, that's a mush. Hey, yeah, you can't be doing that, Joe. Shit, motherfucker. Call my reaction, Joe. Don't ever do what you did or won't happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you gonna fuck around, find out what's gonna happen. They was like, man, we understand that totally, but we can't have you out here putting hands on staff and everybody else follow your lead thinking that's okay. We have to take actions. I'm like, I understand. But they kicked me out that night. They made sure I had a ticket to go home and everything. And the motherfucker was there to kick me out from the train. I was like, damn. They was making plans right there. I'm like 8 months in this bitch. I like this bitch fucked it up from. So I was like, damn. I was sad as hell. And then this girl, she was finessing them out a ticket to go home because she just wanted to go home for a couple of days or whatever she had going on. But we rode the train home together. We was sitting down talking before they gave her the money for her ticket, and I was getting my shit. We'd go from where we was at to Chicago together. Then to Chicago, we go about our ways type shit. But like I used to take two trains to school. 16 years old, hop on the metro, hop on another metro. Then from there, get the bus to come get me, take me there. Like it was a long ass way, dog. It was a lot of shit to do. But she was like, "You gonna miss being here?" I was like, "Yeah." She like, "You sad you leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah." She like, "Damn, y'all, this for real?" I'm like, "Yup." She like, "I'm gonna miss you though." I'm like, "I'm gonna miss you too. I hope you have fun on the weekend or whatever you can tell." But it was like, it's a wrap. This other chick, she was on there talking. She was like, "I bought none." Like we used to get kicked off the train. Sometimes we couldn't. We had a bad group. It was like, if y'all from coming from Joliet or going to Joliet, y'all gonna have to go to the next stop and have somebody pick y'all up because y'all do too much. So that used to be the thing too, like, you know what I'm saying? You affiliated with certain motherfuckers and they got coming. Whether you clowning and showing up or not, but since we was all from the same school, the ones we some of us made it bad or worse for the other ones, for the rest of us. But that night they didn't care about that though. They was like, yeah, make sure he get on the train and he gone home. Then they called me like a couple like I think I was kicked out for like 7 months at the time or like a year later. I don't know. It was like a while later though. Like they called me. They was like, "You want to come back or whatever?" And I think I was in youth build at the time. I was in another program, so I was like, "Shit, y'all waited too long. You could have just let me stay then." You know what I'm saying? You should have talked to your staff, tell them don't be coming at students like that. I ain't out here trying to be uh reacting to a motherfucker, making me react to them though. Like, don't do no shit like that to me, dog. I'm not your child. I ain't your fucking friend. I don't know who the fuck you do that to, but I'm not them. So, shit, let that motherfucker know don't ever do that shit with me again. So I ain't gotta worry about that shit. But that was a wild run, though. They was like, "You wanna come back?" You wasn't bad at all, but you fucked up. You stopped applying yourself for a while. And I was like, shit, cause it's stressful, dog. Cause you see what I'm going through. I got these niggas hating. Then I'm really not. Uh, what was crazy was my teacher. I went to paint. I took up painting as a trade, and I had to teach myself for 8 months. We didn't have a teacher, so we go to class, and we were some responsible kids then. You know what I'm saying? Like teenagers. The whole class, we in that bitch teaching ourselves. We go get the books, then we go do little projects. I'm like, this wow, dog. And I couldn't trade because all of the trades, I guess, the academics was how they trade. They was all filled up. They had building maintenance, culinary arts, security, pay there. I guess it was business. I think I said that already. Business administration. They used to be on the computers a lot. But everybody had teachers though. So that was another thing too. Like we can't get grades because we ain't got a teacher. They ran a teacher out and never came back and never replaced. The books is like 12 books had to be an apprentice, a painter. You reading and shit. Oh man. One person got lucky though. He got us out of there because one opened up the building in Maine. We had some decent little outfits though, like what we wear as a painter, the all white, black belt, black boots, black Dickie jumpsuits and shit. It was hard. It's a dope. I learned how to do drywall, a lot of different little stuff. Like you'd be surprised that I know how to do. Then I built the whole house from the ground up with that program. You feel, and they were those type of people like, oh, my black people, this, that. I'm looking at my, nah, fuck all that. I like people that, you know what I'm saying, that's decent people. And there was a black guy, a Muslim guy, who got me kicked up out of there because they didn't have no ride. He wanted me to sign a paper to get myself out. I was like, nah, man, I'm dependent on the ride right now. They take their fucking time. And the best I can do is just try to be here every day. And I'm going to be here. Then I'm going to be a little late. And, like, just work with me, dog. I ain't super, super late, but I'm coming from a far distance as well. You got an attitude with that. I had to cuss his bitch ass out. They kicked me off the property, too. So I'm like, dang. I was like, man, somehow I have to figure out another way to get my education because these motherfuckers hate, man. You don't want to see me succeed. Like, why would you force me to sign papers that's gonna have me get kicked out? And since I refused to sign the papers, they just found a reason to kick me out. So I'm like, whatever, dog. But I sure let them know how I felt though. Like, man, you lame as hell, dog. You know I'm coming from a far distance. I don't stay in the city with y'all. Ain't like I'm down the block and you ain't picking me up. I don't have driver's license. I got kicked out of school before all of that shit happened. So I'm like, we in an alternative program for kids who was kicked out of high school. So you should already have an understanding that everybody hasn't done everything through high school, right? Some got kicked out the freshman year, some got kicked out sophomore year, some never even went. They go straight to alternative schools because they were so bad in junior high and grade school they didn't want them at the high school. I've been around a lot of people that happened to. Me myself, I wasn't the only person that kicked out of high school, but I did it on my own. Well, before I got kicked out, it was a lot of my friends already kicked out. I was basically going to high school by myself. And what I mean by myself, like the gang I was with, there's only a few of us. But shit, I'm basically with all my ops at school, riding the bus with them. Freshman year, in the streets. Sophomore year, didn't get to make it because that shit from the streets um, basically went back to the school. Like if I did some shit on the weekend at school, they already know about it. And now I'm getting in trouble at school for some shit I did outside of school. That's how I got kicked out of school, honestly. We went to a football game with me and big folks, and he like my dean, he get to talking shit. He say some shit like, "Who is that? Who, whatever." Oh, this is my friend. He's gonna watch the game. And then I guess he said he can't get in. So my homie like, "I need my money back then. Fuck you, mean I can't get in? I just paid." So he having a problem with my man's, and then my man's ain't going. He like, "He gonna give me my fucking money, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem." And he like, "I ain't trying to hear shit else other than you know what I'm saying? You getting that paper in my hand. So you gonna do that?" And I'm like, matter of fact, since he gotta go and I'm riding with him and I gotta go too, give me my money back too then shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a student here, but I'm a student getting kicked out the game. Because I'm coming with some for whatever reason, right? That was some bullshit. And he matter of fact, you can get your I think he gave me my money. Or I don't remember. But I think he said you can get your money when you come back, but you can't come back unless you come with a parent. That part I remember. I couldn't come back to school. Basically, I'm suspended outside of school on a fucking Saturday, dog. So I come back to school Monday with my parent, like you said, and then we have a meeting, and they like, we can't come back here. We got this program. They said, what was that? Youth Bill and Lincoln's Challenge, some shit called Lincoln's Challenge, I believe. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Tell me more. And he's like, it's a boot camp, whatever, woo, woo, woo. You have to cut your hair. I'm like, that shit out the window. I ain't cutting shit. Bring on Job Corps. And then he's like, all right, but that's the one. And they signed me up for that. Kicked me out to school. I'm like, damn, I'm bugged. I was only in sophomore for like 2 months. You know, school started around August. I was kicked out September from that game shit, though. I'm like, man, that was bullshit. This was a black man, too. You know what I'm saying? Black men trying to get in the way of my future. Three black men, and I'm talking about one from junior high, Hayden, and the girl that I was with. I'm like, you ain't good for her. They're like, dude, shut the fuck up. I beat your ass. And then that was three of my deans actually. The black dean from fucking junior high, then the one from high school, and then the one from the youth field thing. The ones from Job Corps, that was a different dude. He wasn't black. He was a white cop. But the other dude, uh, he was cool. He was like that. They was like, nah. I was like, man, I wish you hadn't did that. If we did anything else, we could work with you. But shit, too many people saw that one. If they see you still around, they gonna think it's cool. I'm like, all right, whatever. But y'all don't do that. All my black people and y'all people, man, fuck all that. If you good to me, I'm good to you, Joe. You ain't never see me out here with that Black Lives Matter shit. My all lives matter to me. If you a motherfucker type like that, I don't want to fuck with you. Cause shit, when it comes down to choosing sides, you choose colors. I choose life. And I don't care about that. You know, choose a side type shit, separation, all of that. That's how you know so blessed. I thinking it's coming from a motherfucker that look like you, a motherfucker you supposed to be clicked up with. I don't have a problem with myself either. For y'all thinking like, oh, you black man like yourself? I love myself. I don't consider myself no nigga, no colored or all that type of shit. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And with that be saying, with that being said, I'm a man of integrity. Certain shit just ain't gonna sit right with me, like racism and stuff like that. I'm cool with it. I don't care who did what. I like all people. I never really got into the slavery type thing. Like I don't claim that shit. I don't even see how the fuck they went through with that shit back then, which is crazy to me still. Like who what? Okay. I'm not easily believing anything or manipulated. Like I feel like shit, cotton is just like the warehouses of the day. The next 5 years, if I tell all these kids like, oh, we were slaves, we worked in the warehouses. Keep telling that shit, they gonna think that's what slavery was about. Like the motherfucker was like, hey, we worked the cotton field. That's what y'all did to make money back then. Of course, all y'all motherfuckers was in the cotton field. That's how America got their money off cotton. So I mean, you can tell the story however you wanted to, but to me, it was like, man, whatever, dog. Who the fuck wasn't picking cotton? You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all made money. Just like 10 years from now, the warehouses will be done. You'll hear motherfuckers say, I slaved in the warehouse. You probably did. Because that's how they made money. That's what was popping in those 10 or 20 years. Warehouse work. Now they got AI as a robot. The next 40 years, you'll hear motherfuckers, what was a warehouse? What was a cell phone? You know, they're going to have all types of technology that you ain't going to be ready for. I had a conversation with a chick earlier today. Like, I don't even remember my childhood toys. I remember them, but not the names of them. Like, I was trying to figure out what was this one toy called. You put on your ankles, around your ankles, and then it's like a leg. It's a ball on one end that roll on the floor, and then it's a little circle hole you put on one leg, and then it spins around, you gotta hop over it until it come back around. Something. Yeah, we had toys when I grew up. Like, we played with toys, dog. We was outside. Some people had video games and shit, but the rest of us, we was outside. Until the street lights came on, we trying to make it back home, depending on how far away from your area you live. These motherfuckers nowadays, they spend too much time on the game and these fantasy worlds, and they think they come outside and that's how shit go until they get met with a harsh reality. That's what's wrong with the world nowadays. Too many motherfuckers living in a false reality. They run around here lost in the motherfucker thinking it's a virtual world. Now it's real people who will do some real shit to your ass. So it's like shit, you motherfuckers better wake up time, get outside, touch grass, get in nature and realize what's real out here. All this social media shit, man, don't get caught up in that shit, bro. Niggas dying over retweets. I mean, just think the girl, like, you know how this shit go. You done seen a lot of motherfuckers try to do something for a viral moment. They run around here thinking that the internet is the way it go. You out here playing for likes and views until you run into the wrong motherfucker. Like them pranksters and shit, like just people in general, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Like, you gotta be mindful though, because people out here like that. Y'all ever run up on me with a cell phone now, you gonna be like the baby said. You gonna see it unaliving on the internet. Come playing with me with that bullshit. That's another thing. But yeah, protect yourself, bro. Don't let motherfuckers throw you off your course, bro, because they don't have purpose and passion in life, no direction. If you spend a little time loving on yourself, you'll figure that shit out. Shit, everybody in the world have to do. Take a moment to take a moment, get those moments lined up in the order. Get your mind right, right? I usually smoke and shit. I ain't smoked today like that. But that's my little thing, though. You know what I'm saying? This shit getting so expensive, so whack. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing with weed? It don't even hit like it used to. Like, taste good, smell good, and actually get you high, get you hungry, paranoid, get you sleepy. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, like, you be buzzed for a little bit, then the world's so irritating, that shit don't last. Like, you be like, damn, I just wasting money on fucking buzz, dude. But yeah, I smoke to escape reality. Smoke to see this shit exactly how it is. It's like the world revealed itself to me when I smoke. And it's hard to explain, but it's like, I see things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might seem like I'm around some innocent shit, but low key, here go a man stalking or the police watching or some spirit in this person kind of off there on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just start seeing shit different, dog. Like, damn, I'm around this type of shit, you know? You be like, oh, okay, I know how to move. Like, the other day, right? Um, I listen to my first voice. I have intuition, I have discernment, but the thing about it is, if you're never quiet enough, you'll never hear yourself. You'll never hear that voice trying to lead and guide you. And it's hard because you have desires all day long. Your eyes is constantly seeing shit you want. Your ears stay hearing shit that you might want. You know what I'm saying? Your antennas is out here looking for something that you want and how to get there. But and that's the thing. Like when your antennas is always out like that, it's hard to be like, okay, let me turn it off and then you hear what's coming from inside. But anyway, this guy, he was like, someone was telling me don't look at him. He was on some weird shit anyway, but it was just like, I don't know, like if something inside this thing, like if you had I had a situation before, like we were speaking through the mind, you know, like what the fuck? This is weird. Like what kind of nigga is this? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy, but I was like, dude, on some old shit, like he trying to destroy us, like all these drugs and all of this and that. Like what the fuck is he on? You know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to destroy them. It's something like that that I was thinking about. And he was like, he started itching and like the weird fidgety. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So in my mind, I'm having a thought. I'm like, dude, he ain't one of us. Like, he ain't. So as soon as I get to thinking like that, looking at him and shit like that, then all of a sudden he started speaking back. But he didn't open his mouth. He was like, nah, I ain't on that whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? It's the weirdest thing. That was scary as hell, but like, they amongst us. I was like, what the fuck is dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no fucking way. But it was. Uh, and that was similar to this other guy. I was like, I'm like, don't look at him like you one of them type of motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, like he kept on, he was standing right there looking like he wants your attention. Like, I'm like, nah, some say don't engage, leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't one of us. You only got here playing with these motherfuckers, whatever they might be. I don't know. Everybody ain't everybody, though. Like, you know, there's some bodies being inhabited by other beings. Real spirits who inhabit bodies. But when you go to sleep, your spirit is somewhere else, while your body is just basically dead, unless it's being inhabited by something or someone else. And that's just what I believe. Not saying it to be true, but when I do dream, it's like I have a body. I have hands. I don't really think I eat or drink or anything. Like I don't be hungry, thirsty, or tired, but I am having an experience. I am conscious. You know, my eyes still work, my ears still work. My other senses may be numb, but I'm having an experience nevertheless. So it's like I have to be embodied with something, you know. This is how I think of it. Like whenever you dream, you don't know what you look like actually. And I feel like this is all but a dream that you're conscious of as well. And when this is all over with, it'll be probably forgotten about. Just like how you barely remember your dreams, remember some of them, some parts. This life will be just like that when we transition. Cause I'm like, it gotta be more to this. Um, Conscious transfers and stuff like that. Like before people pass away, I believe that's a possibility. You know, now is happening. And in other subtle ways, like spirits, when you drink alcohol, you being inhabited by different spirits. People black out, don't even know. And to me, I think it's just like that body has been taken over, and your spirit is now locked up. And in the sleep world, that's the only time your spirit goes to sleep, to where you don't remember anything, and your body has been inhabited. It's like when you black out, right? But you're still moving and doing stuff. You're not you. You're not that body. Your spirit is somewhere locked up and or sleeping until it comes back to the function of the body. That's what I think, dog. I don't know. But if you think that could be a possibility, or if it's true, or if it works like that, I don't know. You know. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of there and talk a lot. Just look irritating, man. I'm fucking want baby out to eat so bad. I'm straight. You know? And they ain't hit me back here like they just holding on to my phone. So I was like, what the fuck? I made a withdrawal last night. It's the only. Well, the thing about it, like you got to take 10 off at a time. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take off a quarter. Because I only need $2 to play this game to get paid off of that nation, right? Sometimes it make money, it take money to make money, which is okay. Put this shit to work, right? So that's what I was trying to do last night. And I don't know how the fuck this even happened, but the credit card on there is totally different from the one that I've been using. So I'm like, I don't even remember. Like I've been having so much shit going on in my life, dog. Long ass days, short days, but productive. Like I do a lot of shit to get to where I'm at. And all of the other shit in between, I don't be remembering because it's unimportant. But it's like shit. Certain things I might not remember, but certain things I know for a fact. Like I haven't been using a car and it's been a while, so I don't even know why is it still on. Like I keep track of certain little shit like that. Like I might forget for a little bit, but I know partial of what the fuck going on. Right? So I'm like, damn, I ain't used time in a minute. And I know I just redid the time card, so that was the latest one. I haven't spent any money on there or nothing like that. I just been spending that shit through the card, right? Like I spend money on certain cards. And certain cards I don't spend money on. I just transfer the shit where I invest or save, right? So I'm like, I haven't had any problems with PayPal to where I need a new card. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But this, I had lost the card and this, like, whatever the fuck, right? This shit pop up, whatever. Fuck that shit. I got another one now. But this was 2 months ago. The beginning of January, I was having a situation, which was a situation being, like I fixed that shit. It hadn't been a problem then until last night. I'm like, damn, maybe it slipped my mind to redo all of this and do all of that, but it hasn't because I just put money on this motherfucking platform that I'm taking money from. The same way that I put money on, I was trying to take money from it. Like, and if that's the case, that card has been renewed, it's been updated, right? And if I took money off of this app, then it should be able to go right back the same way. So I'm like, I don't remember when did I basically sent the money to an expired card. They put the money back in my account, but now it's froze. And they like, we going back and forth with emails and shit, dog. And it's been like 2 days. I can't call nobody now, got no phone number. The rest of my money is in investments on the same thing. So I'm like, damn. Well, actually, one of them is coming out of staking. It's been taking like almost 2 weeks. That's the thing too. When you put money in savings and staking crypto, like that shit might take a month to get back. So in the meantime, like I put it in there at like $1.88. I had I think two Cardinal coins, which is like I don't know. I'll say out everything, whatever. But I realized that I'm not getting paid much weekly for that, so I was trying to buy something that was cheap. I can have a bird. We just sit back and go with that, right? Like 50 coins. I bought like 400,000 of those with that money, and that was a good move. But the ADA coins I had, they was staking, so I unstaked them, and then I used that same money to buy a different coin and just leave it at that. But it's still processing because the transaction happened, but it hasn't unleashed the funds from just the fucking saving thing, the staking thing. It usually take like 21 days, so that's the thing too. Like you making money, but if anything go wrong to where the account starts flopping, you might, if you can't get out of that account within 21 days, if it's still processing, you might fuck around and lose your shit. So like that's a gamble as well, but I ain't really too much worried about that because like if that was to happen, I still got money that I'm making off of it from investing, right? So it's like if anything was to happen with that, the money that I made from it just sitting there, and I have that. It might be more, it might be less. Of course, it's gonna be less, but you're not gonna lose everything. And this is what I mean. Like you got $10, right? And off that $10, you may have bought 20 coins. That was 50 cents. And now those 20 coins are now worth $2. So now you just made like $60. Yeah, about you double. No, it's probably like $80. My math probably off. But anyway, right? So this you make that money, and you making money from it sitting off a high yield interest rate. So say for instance off that $10 that you spent, and you got 20 assets from that 10. The initial 10 and those assets are bringing you an additional $1.50 every month. And that's just from having a sit in the savings. So this is particularly overall what I'm talking about when it comes to staking, and you're getting paid interest, which is going into either the cash or it's going back into that cryptocurrency in the form of that cryptocurrency. So if that currency is to lose value, right? Say for instance, it went from 50 to $2, so it's like $1.50 profit, which was $20 double up, which ended up giving you like $60. Sort of say roughly $60. I think if it was to go like a 250, then you'll double up. I mean, double 4 times or whatnot. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but anyway, this is just an example. So let's say that $2 asset turned into $1.50 because it dropped value. Now, that $10 is now worth like 9.75 because, like I said, it just dropped a little bit of value. Your overall was 10. That gives you the 20 coins. You'll still have 20 coins, but once you start going into value, it's not worth $2 anymore. It's worth 150. You just lose a quarter of your profits overall. You'll lose a quarter 20 times, which is 4, 8, 16. It's probably like, let me see, I want to say like $3 or something. Or no, man, I can't even count now. Let me see, 25 cents times 20. It's like $5, right? You got 4 is 1, 4 is 8 is 2, 16 is 4. Yeah, it's $5. So yeah, you'll be $5 out your profit, but you'll still have that 150 on the side from the staking. So it's like you ain't lose everything. You lost $5, but you still got the 150. And you keep doing that over month after month and month, like going down in value to where it has no more value, you probably just had that $5 back. You're gonna lose everything, but you'll have something. The thing about losing money in crypto though, what's so dope about it nowadays is that you make money back from the losses. Especially with the 1099s. If y'all ever did any investment forms for taxes, it's a 1099 and they got different forms for crypto investors. Whether you win money or lose money, you still get that back at the end of the year. As long as you've been buying and selling, it don't matter if you're holding. You can hold all year long, but if you don't take profits, then it down your account. That's the thing too. Like you don't want to be just sitting in profits and not take profit. That's the way that you actually gain and make gains. Sometimes you might take losses too just to get a game, but I mean that's how the game goes. You don't know how it's going to unfold, but if you're not in the game, you don't have a chance to take profits, whether it fold or unfold any kind of way, right? Like with the bitcoins, I missed out on that move. Missed out on the Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin. It's a lot of coins, dog. Like Bitcoin ain't the only one. I be telling people like that's the only one that people know of because it was the very first one. Then it's the very most expensive one at the moment. It's just like when it comes to shoes, everybody know Nikes, right? When it comes to Nikes, everybody know Jordan. That's the prime example of crypto. Everybody know Bitcoin. Man, I'm trying something, but it ain't working. Um, I'm gonna try to put a video together and just do all of the market stuff because this is another source of income that I'm talking to y'all about. It might sound foreign, it might not, but this is totally different than a digital art, than NFTs, which really is what I make now from the tokens. ETFs is quite similar to stocks and bonds, but it's exchangeable instead of non-exchangeable. That means your assets change in value. A non-fungible token does not, like I said, my things they're going to be priced whatever they price, and it's just the price. They don't go up and down in value unless I change the price or if it's a high demand, right? But other than that, like my NFTs, they cost how much they cost, and that's what it's always cost. Kind of like a stable coin, right? And what is a stable coin? It's a cryptocurrency, but it's more so backed one to one, meaning it doesn't go up and down in inflation. It doesn't become volatile at all. It just represents one US dollar, one USD. All stable coins are basically backed one to one or whatever that country's currency is. Um, America has stable coins. A lot of different countries have stable coins. So if you ever hear that term, that's basically what it means. Like it's their money, and it represents their money. The value of it doesn't change. Whether you put $10 in there or $5, it's exactly what it's going to be until you cash out or you use them stable coins to purchase an item. If you didn't know, PayPal pays rewards for holding on to PSUD, which is a stable coin. They don't pay much though, but they, they do pay. They do have stable coins. Well, for example, up here, dog, I'm try like man, put y'all on to some shit I've been going through, some shit I've been cause shit, this don't stop, dog. It do not stop. If I don't be out here letting people know I got something, then they ain't gonna know. I can't be mad thinking that my shit don't work. No, you gotta work. I've been doing this YouTube for a year now, and shit, I'm still working. I'm excited. I know what I do. I don't have the time to do it all the time and be in the right mind, and shit, man, so I want to rest. I don't. Shit, you don't get no rest in this lifestyle, man. Like, you might could take a nap, but shit, you better enjoy that. I don't get no rest, God damn. Like, for real, dog. I swear to God, I barely get to sleep. Then where I'm here right now, motherfuckers above me, they ass be stomping and doing the most shit unruly than the motherfucker. Like, man, how patient do you be with a motherfucker? You feel me? Like, they coming. But it's like shit like that, though. Like, people really so selfish, dog. Like, don't think about yourselves. Don't give a fuck who they disturbing, all type of shit like that, right? So you get on their ass, then you the problem. You can think what you want to think about me, but when you think I'm cool with the bullshit, you thought wrong. Just like Terry said on DMF, shit, I thought you said we could do what we want on my block. He's like, you thought wrong. You moving on the blocks with my shit. Don't ever forget that part. Then be me just like, nigga, you trip. But yeah, don't let people fuck it up for you, man, because they thought some shit, man. Fuck what you thought. Think about what you was thinking about next time. The fuck? I'm about to watch that, but that's pretty good. But yeah, that's the type of shit that like, I thought this, I thought that. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm living in a hotel, man. That's what life like. There's a lot of good people here though. It's just the motherfuckers upstairs, though. And they has been doing that shit for like a couple days. Like, say something to your kids or whoever the fuck, whatever the fuck y'all got going on. Because if I say something to that shit, I'm gonna have to teach their ass. You feel me? Like, you ain't gonna like what I got to say. Try not to be that nigga that called alone, the motherfucker. You feel me? Like, shit, you don't know what people going through, what they got going on, but y'all gonna have to do something. Type shit. Like, what's wrong with y'all people, bro? Shit like that, though, People just, oh, it's okay, deal with the bullshit. Whatever, man. Motherfucker to tell you to deal with shit like that, fuck them too. Cause that shit ain't cool, man. Just like when God had everything going on, and then his creation started fucking up the rest of it. He could have tell you, We want them to let people deal with that shit. Of course, they find a way to survive, but shit, he's still on their ass. That's just goes to show, like, it don't matter how good you is, how bad you is, whatever God creates, He want that shit to last. And even though they bad creations, they still here because He want them to still last. His shit last. That's why people always swear to God, because God don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, God keep it 100, keep it 1,000. And when you blessed by the best, your shit don't last. Ain't nothing God ever gave me or motherfucker took from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never lost nothing that God blessed me with. Nothing. And the devil know that too. Like, we in this shit forever, dog. Forever, ever. And where I'm going is gonna be a happier place than here. You already know where you're going. That's why he having fun on this world right now. He's trying to give you the world right now. Cause shit, that's all he got. And it's only an imitation of what God got. You know, he's an imitation of the light. That's why a lot of funny motherfuckers like to be around. They want to imitate your light. They want to steal your light, like the devil does Jesus. That's why they say, let's make man in our image. That was the devil talking about, let's make man in our image. He's talking about the real God, the Adonis, the Adam who came down and with Jesus. He seen to me like, damn, you know, let's make these niggas in our image now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jealous God. There should be no God before me. He's talking about that God. A lot of that people won't tell y'all the truth about the Bible and who's really talking and what they're really talking about, you know? Because y'all wait on the preacher on Sunday to tell you some shit. You better start doing your own research, for real. Getting these coats, these clubs, they tell you some shit, make you feel good, and you trapped in a coat till weird shit start happening. You never did any research, you just go about how motherfucker make you feel. They talking all rainbows and sunshines, and now you saying total opposite, right? You never had one moment to think about, is this something I really want to do? Is this what God is? How do I get to know God myself? Do I always have to have a mediator? Shit. Gotta start thinking about that type of stuff because, like they say, no one comes to the Son but through me. That means, nigga, you don't have access to God. I'm your God, and I'm going to be the one to tell you if you can speak to Him or not. Now, that should be a red flag, right? Nigga, He holding your thoughts, your fucking petitions. I don't feel like giving these thoughts to God today so He can help you with your requests and petitions. I don't feel like, you know, like stuff like that. That's how I think that I gotta look at it. And it's like, oh, you need to go through the preacher to talk to God or to be saved and shit like that. Like, okay. I don't go to church because I have church everywhere I go. I talk about God in the bathroom, or elevator, at the park, under the bridge, wherever, right? We having church. If two or more gathered, God is in the midst, and that's what we be having church. I don't be around a bunch of motherfuckers who still believing in some shit because they don't know what the fuck is what, you know? I don't have time for y'all beliefs. I don't care what y'all believe. Because at any given time, you ain't gonna believe the shit no more either. Unless you find evidence that it's something that's true and you're gonna start knowing for a fact, or vice versa, you're gonna stop believing because there's no evidence that this is something that can be true. A lot of y'all don't know the difference between believing and fucking knowing some shit, right? That's why you're easily manipulated because you'll easily believe some shit. You never do your own research. I tell you what I believe and it make it sound good, shit, you might start believing it too. And just influence you. Just put thoughts in your mind because I told you I believe what sounds nice. I put a little energy manipulation to it, aka magic, to make it look even better too, right? That's what this world is, smoking mirrors. Motherfuckers telling you what it is and you'll never find out because you don't ever go to see. That's why ChatGPT, Grok, and all of this new AI shit is going more advanced because they don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to ever realize that we are AI. It's just that we stopped being AI and started letting that fucking bot do it because we don't use our minds anymore. These computer programs got a sweet little voice and now they are companions. Like for real, dog. That's how that shit started. And it's only gonna be ugly the way to the end. You know, I already get a glimpse of what it's gonna be like. You're gonna have fucking robots teaching your kids the alphabets, teaching them this weird stuff, dog. Like, they don't know a lot. They don't know a lot. They get dumber and dumber by the year, dog. The generations going by dumber and dumber. They all on some 6, 7, like, dog, get the fuck out of here with that shit, dog. You funny asses. But the thing about it, they're like, this is what they being influenced by. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what they got, dog. Like, look who the fuck leading our generation. It just shows y'all the video. A bunch of 30-year-olds don't know their identity, have an identity crisis at such a young age, catching different little things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a damn shame. And for somebody to be like that, the younger ones underneath them, imagine how much chances they have in a world of lost individuals, the blind leading the blind. Like, how the fuck do they even stand a chance? Something that I think about a lot. But hey, do as you please, to each his own, right? We all have our own free will to do as you please. Whatever reality you desire to experience is up to you. To keep acting the way you act, and experiences is what you want to experience. What come with this shit. But nevertheless, peace and blessings. Much love. Team Angie. I like this background. I look like Tupac off of their album with the all black and with the color head. Dope in the middle. But yeah, I'm up out of here, dog. Peace and blessings, and much love to my new subscribers. And then also keep it Corona. Appreciate you. Much love.